Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be some Final Fantasy Randomizer action. This is our weekly going on, and let me tell you, we have some pretty good runners in. We've got some veterans, we've got a rookie, and we've got quite the crew going on here tonight for you all. In the broadcast booth with me, the one, the only Melee Wizard. How you doing today, Melee Wizard?
I'm doing all right. It's been a while since I've been in this community. It's nice to be back again.
And I have to admit, I've done, I believe, one broadcast with you, and I have enjoyed it. But also joining us in the background, I should introduce myself. I am Dang Wu. If you have not heard me broadcast before, you're in for a treat, because Melee Wizard's going to carry me. But no, in the background, doing trekking, we've got MG Weirdo and Tyrnex, and we actually have a special broadcast going on, or a special little thing we're going to try and do here. Tyrnex is a veteran. He is actually going to pop in and be our sidelines reporter, offering up some, pro macro stuff. So, Tyrnex, how you doing tonight?
Good, guys. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right.
I'm excited, let me tell you. This is FFR. It gets exciting, it's going to be intense, but you know what the main show is in front of us? Top left, Burt Reynolds, the up-and-comer, the newbie, the duckling. He has been playing in so many races, and he's been growing exponentially. It's great to see. Caleb, top right, another new runner, well, newish runner, but he has made substantial progress, and he's a platypus kind of in between of a duckling and a vet. SVJ, everybody knows SVJ. This man, he's known as the Cinderella Man in the spring tournament of last year. Al Markin, a duckling, amazing player, up and coming also. So we've got a wide variety of games or players, and let me tell you, it is going to be crazy. Mate Loser, why don't you go over the flags real quick, and I'm going to get these runners in the gate and ready to go.
Alright, so for flags, we do have the objective NPC shuffle on, so that includes the Elf Doctor, Bahamut, and Dr. Un. Our incentivized locations are Ice Cave, Ordeals, Marsh Cave, and Volcano, and with all the items, we do have a ribbon amongst the incentivized items, which all in total we will have 2 loose items, so that should be interesting. We do have Tri-State on Unsafe Pirates, so who knows what we'll get there, if anything. The enemies, the trap tiles are shuffled using random formation, so we might get that wonderful, wonderful triple I formation that most runners like so much. We do have the open progression, but not the extended open progression, so canoe... we will need the canoe to get to activate the airship once we get to that point. Zozo Melman is on Tri-State, so we'll see what happens there when we find bits of Melman. And for percentages, enemies are at 200%, boss is at 250%, though they are not clamped. So it could be we could get something strong, we could get something weak. So, and EXP, it's 2.4 times plus 100. And the bonus is 150% at 12 key items. I'd have forgotten a couple things, but they're not as big a details as what I'd already mentioned. And we are off!
Off to the races, checking spells. We got a pure harm and white magic. We got cake. Oh, we are good. Lich is going down, guaranteed. Lock 2, that's always going to hit, which is amazing. Lowers the evasion of the enemies hit by it. So that's, Lock and Lock 2. That's not what you want to see, but we'll take it.
And Lit 2, good AoE spell for the early goings, just in case those pirates decide to be unpleasant. That'll be a good safety. And noticing the party composition from our 4 runners here, our top 2 runners are taking Fighter and the Rainbow, red, white, and black, while St. Von Jester and Ale Markin are taking the Thief instead of the White Mage, so taking the better run chance while sacrificing potential good healing, like, say, life spells or Fade or what have you.
So Elmarkin off the jump goes to Temple of Fiends here, checking these chests. 2 cabins, and I didn't see what that last one. Not really worth it.
That was a cloth armor, so not much.
SVJ grinding a couple imps for those early levels here. I kind of like this play. Caleb, as you were pointing out, actually goes 2 red mages,
that was
white black.
That was 2 red mages. I thought it was red. Oh,
Now he's
oh
one
I
of those.
thought that was a fighter in triple. I didn't realize that was 2 red on Caleb's side. Okay, that's
You got to watch out for Caleb. He really likes those red mages.
nothing wrong with the red mages. It's definitely got a bit of good on a lot of fronts. Not exceptional on really anything, really. But we have a bottle and TNT from the Corneria royalty, so that's the TNT. It's a bit of a fetch questy thing, but hey,
Was that
a reason to go to Dwarf Cave? You have one.
Was that a self-contained TNT? A TNT in a bottle?
Possibly. Although the bottle isn't really. It'll be a while before we get to Gaia, so we won't see what the bottle will turn into for a while.
Well, with that attitude, it's going to take a while.
Well, we don't have Town Shuffle on that, so Gaia, we'll be seeing. We have to find the floater before we can get to Gaia.
Now, here's something you don't see often. Mad ponies are eating up our runners here, kind of giving them problems, and they're not going down to the lit 2, so.
Oof.
And they seem to be on a common encounter here. Finally, we make it over to level 2 magic and Provoca. What do we got? Do we have... Please no fade. There we... Oh, we got fade. Boo.
Oh. We have, yep. Well, fade's a nice thing to have. It's probably level 2 might be the best place to find it at, because you're guaranteed to be able to use it whether you have red mages, white mages, or even a knight.
I did like how black magic level or fire 2 cost 400 gold. Fade cost only 79 gold.
Oh wow.
Oh, randomization, how much we like you.
And Burt Reynolds is checking Matoya.
Where's sword, silver, not bad. And we get the canoe, so we have the entire inner continent that is now open to us.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives us access to the sages for a turn in, or to see what they give us.
Yeah.
That gives us the TNT turn in, and it gives us a river monsters if we want to give money. And I think this is a great time to actually bring in Tyrnex here and ask him what he would do if he's Caleb, because I think Caleb's gonna be the first one out of here. Where do you go, Caleb, or Tyrnex?
I think you have to go clockwise around the continent. I think with the canoe early, I think you have to go to Crescent Lake, see what you have. He has 2 red mages and a white mage, which means he has 3 characters that have access to Fade. So nothing that he's going to see, even at these low levels, is going to be like too much of a problem for him. I see he's going up north, maybe towards Matoya's cave, but I think with the canoe, I think you have to go clockwise around the map and see Crescent Lake first.
Since it looks like Caleb's going counterclockwise, he might be thinking about turning in that TNT right now, since that's a guaranteed key item, or at worst, it's a ribbon, and you're not going to complain about a ribbon.
And it's one of those great things about this is you're probably, a lot of people are going to be tempted towards the TNT as we're seeing here by Caleb and Al Markin going the left way, but you could go right, gain some levels, and you do the sages, and then you make your way over to Elflin, get your level 3 spells, and you can always save and go up to do the TNT turn-in, and then go into Marsh Cave, which is incentivized.
Yeah, as much maligned as Marsh Cave tends to be, with just from the Fade resources by itself, Marsh shouldn't be that bad. I say this now. Goodness knows, for all we know, a lot of things could be packing, and the TNT turns into the Ruby, so that's not worth at the moment, at least. But we'll see what one fetch quest turns into another. We'll see where that leads.
The good thing, we see gold bracelets are in the Canaria town. Everybody's gone counterclockwise, which is, I understand it. I just think with the fade charges, and I agree with Tiernex, you go the river system, you take those fights because they're going to be higher experience yielding, and now you're going to have the HP to go into the marsh, which has a wide variety of enemies now.
Yeah, I think they're going to feel bad if Adamant's at Crescent Lake. But, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the play they're doing right now. I think Ruby's going to push them towards, the... it's going to push them towards, the Melmond area once they get access to that area. But, I think, it's fine either way. I would have personally gone counterclockwise if it was me, but, this isn't bad either way. And I think Ale Markin is actually going straight into Marsh Cave.
Mm-hmm. And on you really don't want to be that guy who passed up the TNT turn-in if it ended up being the floater.
No, but at the same time, sometimes obviously they don't know what the other runners are doing, but
right.
You doing the opposite of what these runners done can lead you that gamble, which puts you forward. Cure 3 is available. That's a pretty nice spell.
And I think it's a bit of a different mindset for doing like a weekly such as this, as opposed to say a one-on-one tournament race, where you may be playing your opponent as opposed to playing the seed or whatever I'm trying to say. With a weekly like this, hey, there's Nuke on level 4. Okay, let's focus on something that I can actually
see. This is interesting because this is kind of because with Nuke at level 4, if you took that river system, was able to get some levels, that Black Mage hits level 8. Now you have Nuke access.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Black Mage is in a complete, useless.
And now we also have Brack, Ice 3, and Zap at level 3.
I mean, Lit 2 does okay since Lightning doesn't get resisted by a lot of enemies, but at least we have a Nuke charge then.
Yeah.
But this is also hindsight, as we see SVJ taking the long way to go to Crescent Lake, saying hello to the Ryokan Desert, hoping that he had the floater.
So while Elmarkin's checking the top end of Marsh, St. Von Jester's checking Crescent Lake. Meanwhile, Caleb is diving into Marsh Cave as well. What's interesting about this too, the Marsh Cave, is there's always there's certain people that want to go, down deeper. The crazy old men give us the loot, so that's a required item. We have to go there. Although they're not quite so crazy under these flags, it seems. But
Light Axe on the top side of Marsh. That's very helpful with our limited spell charges there.
Yeah, the free harm 2s, nothing to scoff at.
And the fighter can use it as a melee or as an attacking weapon, so that's important.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, and you got an unrunnable zombie pack, which...
it also saves charges. See, that's the greatest thing about that. As you see right there, he's able to use the Light Axe instead of using his Fade charges or his Light 2 charges, which have a limited amount of usages. And an Opal pickup down in the bottom floor of Marsh, so that's a nice pickup.
Oh yeah, I see Caleb going straight to the bottom, yeah. And with the Fade charges that our runners have, well, I guess it all depends on what the trap tile actually is. I was going to say the wizards wouldn't pose much of a threat, but who knows what's going to be at that trap tile this today.
It is random formations. We could see an Iron Goal down there.
Yeah. That would be kind of painful, I think.
It would be definitely difficult. We do have Fade charges, though, so it's not going to be impossible.
Yeah.
But we got to make sure we have enough charges. Ooh, Sea Snakes. And they're unrunnable. Do we have anything dangerous from them? Fire 2, not going to do a lot. We're pinging them.
Every little bit helps.
Ooh, they're big. Enemy stats go from 50% to 200. Boss stats, 40% to 250. So a big swing of stats there.
But Caleb takes him down, and we get the ship.
Sailing the high seas. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I believe the canal was free under these flags, right?
Yes, it
No,
was.
It is not.
No, it is not, actually.
Whoa. Okay, I thought it was. So
Yeah, canal is not free, so we are still restricted to the first starting continent. Okay, good.
ha ha ha. Beautiful. Okay, so yeah, we have. All right, Ice Cave is incentivized, and Volcano is also incentivized. So.
Yep.
Okay. And we still have one loose.
Two
so
loose.
we can't. Or two loose. Sorry. Yes.
Opal bracelet's not in the pool for the.
I was actually
for
thinking of the
so-
duckling seed that I ran earlier.
Ah,
But yeah, with it too loose, you still have to full clear. Just for the potential that it's there. And if you miss it, especially that top right room in this bottom side of Marsh, that could cost you a lot of time because you're not coming back to Marsh. Nobody does.
no. And Caleb getting that light axe from the linked chest there.
Yeah, that was a smart play to check that. For anybody that's new out there, that little room there is actually connected on the top side of Marsh in the bottom room.
Oh,
left chest.
ghouls have ice too.
Oh, that is going to be a problem.
Mm,
Light axe
possibly.
cleans it up, though.
Yeah. A nasty AoE from an unrunnable encounter. That's, ooh, boy, you'd never want to see that.
Now, it's interesting here. SVJ in your bottom left-hand screen here has just been grinding, essentially, out in front of Crescent Lake.
Might be planning a trip to either volcano or ice.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe. Oh, there's some EXPs. It's a changed name. They're basically there because, well, they're a good source of early levels.
They're also unrunnable, if I saw it right.
Cake doing work. That's what we like to see. Or at least that's what I like to see. Welcome to the race there, Zap7. I hope your ears are not bleeding and you can hear me to welcome you into this.
Elmarkin was able to get back to Elfland in spite of the Ice 2 ghouls.
Yeah, I hope that helps out there, Zap7. I lowered my mic outbound volume a little bit there. Trying to find the happy medium. I appreciate it, Duxers, for letting me know about that. Caleb's still in Marsh. We got Ailmarkin that's made his way out. It's gone to Elfland to buy spells. And we got our first real big, I guess, route divergence here. SVJ is doing what none of the runners have done yet. Slightly ahead, but hasn't done Marsh yet. So now, I mean, I would say he's maybe slightly in the lead. If he gets like an exit or a something like that.
Yeah, well, if
Later
the
on.
floater is here in Volcano, that's a huge edge to save on Jester because he's probably with access to the airship. He'll be less incentivized to go after Marsh. May never even look for that ship. Ooh, sharks have stun touch. That's never good.
Oh, Mux with Quad X. That's something nobody else has seen.
Oh,
That's
wow.
not good. Deernex, what is Quad X?
Quad X is an instant death spell that normally anybody under 300 health, it does an instant kill.
And let me tell you, that is very hurtful.
It's not what you. It's not what you want to see in the early game.
No. And
Instead,
just
we love to
clearing
see
out
Nuke.
Saint
That's what we
Jester
really
clearing out
love to
that
see.
the main room in the armory. Didn't really find much. I think the best thing there was like a heal staff. I think.
Yeah, I think that's all I seen too. Sorry about that, Melee Wizard. Yeah, I think that's exactly heal staff and some experience. You ran into those beads twice, and a wipe for Burt Reynolds because of those quad X's casting. Ooh, Wiz Vamps casting heal. This is a good source of experience if they're only casting heal. If you can one turn that, gain some levels. Yes, please. Ooh, zombies with dazzle. Unfortunate.
And looks like Saint Vengers doesn't want any part of that. Gets a defense sword though.
Yes, the question in chat by Zap7 is Caleb is sailing the high seas here for a short while. If you have the resist by a pro ring or by a pro ring or a ribbon, you have the resist to death and you will not die if you're below 300 HP. If you don't have it, let's say if an X4 hits or something like that, and you no longer have the resistance, you will die. So you'll see a lot of our runners pick up a pro ring, because it's a very good glove slot item, and it gives you resistance to instant death spells.
And it's pretty much the only glove slot that the mages can use, correct?
I mean, they can use gloves, but yeah. You want to equip them with pro rings, yeah. So Bert making the trip down, taking on the asps that are actually sea snakes. They're camouflaged. Well played.
And looks like El Markin might be taking a trip towards ice. Okay, so we're gonna get some more information here.
And I have to admit, in this bottom left, your SVJ is doing exactly kind of what I said here, gaining these levels off of these encounter.
And I saw, I don't know if anyone else checked the magic in Crescent Lake, but from Caleb's side, I just saw Life, Temper, and Warp, all at level 6.
Where was the life at?
Slot 1.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, that's not Red Wizard learnable.
Oof.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Red Wizard learned 2nd, 3rd, and 4th slot of White Magic in level 6.
Well, that's a boon to Burt Reynolds and Caleb at least. Though it all depends on where we find level 2, because Life 2 rather, because we haven't seen. If it's in Melman's, it could still be on the table for Saint Von Jester and El Markin.
And so El Markin, I believe, has danged off his thief named Eat.
Yeah.
Or may have died. I believe it's been danned off or killed off.
Yeah, it's been dead for a little while. Yeah.
So all that experience that the enemies would give are now shared between 3 people instead of 4 people. So now those 3 light warriors are going to gain more experience.
Yeah, the thief is good for getting away from fights early and not that much else.
And I have to admit here, Melee, we have quite the crowd here. I'm seeing Spellzap. He's a co-op champion with Danny. We've got Crab Cakes, which is the 2019 Spring Tournament winner. Tiernex, which is in the background. Hypes Nova. He's one of our big players. I mean, we got Braxis Muse. You know, he's been around for a while. We got tons of people coming in saying hello.
It looks like Saint Von Jester is heading deep into Volcano. Got one more floor full of treasure, and then we have the incentivized chest. Which there's an Aegis shield.
I was just about to say that too. Aegis shield, a good pickup, prevents you from the stone spells like glance.
Ooh, mage staff for El Markin. That's a nice find.
Oh, Thor Hammer, that's a good pickup there. Ooh, SVJ's playing it very dangerous here. Hasn't healed up. Oh no.
Okay,
He's
down
getting
goes
punished.
the thief. Down goes the black mage.
That's what happens.
Down
when you
goes
greed,
the fighter,
unfortunately.
and there's a wipe. But he did save after clearing out the armory floor, or at least most of the armory floor. So he didn't lose that much, I don't think, unless. I thought he did save. I thought he.
He didn't say. Ooh.
I thought he left after checking that floor. Or maybe trap tile.
Well, yeah, but if
I think that's a trap tile. I'm thinking he might be trying to do a little mini grind or something.
Oh yeah, true. As El Markin here, just traveling along Ice Cave, I haven't really seen much dangerous stuff. You know, we've seen Quad X out of Mux, but beyond that, Ice 2 came from, what was it, the Ghosts?
The Ghouls.
Oh, the Ghouls. It was one of the G's. Zombie D's. Uh-oh. El Markin.
Well, he has Light Axe and Mage Staff, so... It's like he's perfectly equipped for this particular fight. Just a bit of gold for it, but hey, the experience is nice.
You're absolutely right. Ooh, Katana find. El Markin, will he bring up that ninja? No, he won't.
I doubt it.
Look, I'm just saying, a katana wielding ninja is very nice.
Stun touch cockatrices. This is not good, and there's dazzle there too.
Guys, I'm going to be really interested to see how Caleb's party does for the rest of the game. He's the only person in this quad that doesn't have like what we would consider like a traditional like late game carry, as far as like a thief or a fighter or a black belt. He's got 4 casters, but with a low level fade and Nuke being only level 4, I think it's actually not that bad for him. I think he can handle quite a things that are going on.
And one thing we saw from El Markin, we saw Wizards have Fire 2.
And to put on that point, I mean, he does have Invis 2 that's available. Cure 3 is available. I don't remember which life spell it was unavailable, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was life 1.
Well, I mean, he does have a white wizard, though, so it's not going to hurt him too badly. But, you know, the red wizards are missing out on it.
So we have Waters on the eye tile. But El Markin's able to make it through, and it's the crown. More fetch questing. So much fun.
So the crown was in ice?
Yep.
Alright. So SVJ still hasn't made his way down into the volcano far enough to see the incentivized volcano, unfortunately. Leaves volcano. Is he going to go to marsh now? If he does, that's going to hurt.
Because he hasn't... He went straight to Crescent Lake after Provoca, so he hasn't even seen what's in Elfland yet.
Yeah, well, no, he made his way through here.
No, I don't think he did, because Saint Von Jester was the only one to go straight to Crescent Lake after Provoca. And he did the grind at Crescent Lake, then went to the volcano.
Well, yeah, but they all went counterclockwise.
No, so Saint Von Jester didn't.
No.
He went clockwise. I thought he did.
No, because he turned in the TNT to get.
Right, yeah. They did all do that. He's just same. Right, yeah.
He was the only one who didn't turn around.
I got my wires crossed there. He was the only one that didn't go to Marsh.
Yeah. He said, "No, I go this way." Hypes Nova, you know, it's sometimes super effective casting Confuse.
Yeah. And for me, it's not that hard. Anyway, El Markin is still just about out of... Oh dear. I hope I didn't speak too soon.
Are you trying to jinx him?
I
think that's what you're
not,
trying to do.
Not intentionally. Oh,
wow.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Commentators, I want everybody. This is now evidence right here. Melee Wizard has given Al Markin commentator's curse.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Alright, so Wizards. Fire 2, dangerous. Cockatrices, very dangerous. Mummies with trance. So Ice Cave is already pretty dangerous as is.
Yeah, just that. There's like 3 sources of paralyzation in that fight alone, because I saw there's Dazzle, Trance, and Stun Touch. So that's not a pleasant fight in the least.
Yeah, Wizards have fired 2 for crab cakes that asked that.
Ooh, that's an interesting encounter on Caleb's side. The Nagas had a 5-pack of waters. And
not anymore.
I did not see which trap tile that was either. Oh my.
Crab cakes for the incentive in Ice Cave, it was Crown.
The incentive on this is Ice Cave, Ordeals, Marsh Cave, and Volcano.
Yep, so the Ice Cave has the Crown, and we haven't seen the Volcano one because I believe Caleb wiped to either the Agamas or the Red Dragon tile since it's been randomized.
Yeah, I didn't see which tile that was. All I saw was what the encounter was.
And I think it was Waters with Blaze, so that's going to be very dangerous in Temple of Fiends Revisited on the water floor, because we have a chance to run into them, and it looked like they were unrunnable. Or at least that formation with the Nagas was unrunnable.
Well, there were waters on the eye tile, and El Markin was able to run from them, I believe. I think. And chat talking about Warp. Warp was indeed level 6. I don't remember which slot it was, so I don't know how learnable it is. I think it was slot 3, though I don't. People more knowledgeable than I am will know what that means.
Slot 3 for at level 6
for Black 6, yeah. Okay, so the Naga water was on the Agama tile, and it is runnable, but it's trying to take the fight.
Oh, they hit so hard. There's Blaze that's gonna.
There's Poison Touch too, on top of hitting hard in general.
Ooh,
you can't take this fight.
Yeah, I think you either got to have one person casting something and running with the others just to. No, it doesn't matter because the waters have enough health. This is going to be rough. All right, SVJ is going to try his first attempt. Slightly healthier and has a knight up front. Actually, doesn't have a knight up front. Has the ninja. Okay, there it is. The fighters up front. Ooh, a much better encounter here. Only 3 waters and runs. Power of the Thief.
Minner said that Ale Markin is taking all these fights.
The muck comes in before and gets quad X's.
Wow! Wow! That is so mean! Because now... See, SVJ had a chance to take on Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
There's the canal. So now, do you leave? He's going back in. Okay, so he's going to try it again with his full party. I mean, I might have tried to walk it out just to walk it out, because Volcano doesn't take that...
Thing is, you still had to go through the Naga water encounter to get out of there.
The information. He hasn't been to Mars. He doesn't have the ship.
Right.
So he's going to leave it now.
Because because he doesn't have the knowledge of the ship in Marsh. Because he's thinking if the floater's in Marsh, he doesn't need the canal. Or if it's in ice, for that matter. We know that's not the case. We know that our runners are gonna have to get that canal.
All right, so important here on the bottom right here, El Markin's on his second cycle through Ice Cave. He doesn't have exit, doesn't have warp. He has to make this cycle through twice. So he's gonna attempt to go through. He's got one more floor to go. Wizards are on this. If he runs into it, he could wipe again.
He got initiative. And he does have more casters, but he gets away anyway. So, whoop, not there yet.
He's okay. Fade. That's gonna get him through. Couple steps. He's free. Okay, we have the crown.
Okay.
So Ale's through, full clears ice. I would say he's kind of in the lead at this point. He's done ice. He's actually able to make progression now. He knows he's got to go to volcano, or he can do the crown turn-in, which might still lead to the floater at this point. If he does the crown, leads the floater, it's going to be a big lead.
Yeah, but knowing the canal is there, that definitely opens things up for a lot of places that the floater could end up being now.
Oh, it for sure does. I'm just saying, if it happens to lead to the floater at this point,
right,
it's a big jump for him because everybody's still got to make their way through that ice. And you can see here Burnt Reynolds grinding on the zombie Whiz Vamp. I would do it too because the Whiz Vamps are only casting heal. If they're not attacking, that's great news.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like Caleb's doing the same thing.
Oh, and I completely missed it. Pro Rings were available in Crescent Lake for about $9,000, so that's a nice pickup by El.
Yeah, not a bad price on Pro Rings.
All right, so round 2 for SVJ, trying to get the incentivized canal and possibly light his first orb here. We have the nuke charges, we have the fade charges, and the ability to kill Carrie as long as Carrie is not too mean.
It's just a matter of is St. Von Jester going to try and get that canal first. I mean, it would make sense because you don't want to have to come down here a second time, an additional time, just to get the items. So that looks like that's exactly what he's going to do.
Asher in chat saying, I'm hilarious for saying as long as Carrie's not too mean. Look, I'm just saying, is Carrie's meaner when you grind a black belt solo and try and take him on, or and try to take on Carrie solo? I'm just saying. Carrie always has like a death touch or something, and it just instantly kills you. All right, Mux, here we go. SVJ, can you make it through without getting quad X to death? The thief's down.
Thief's down.
Stun touch too. Oh, great.
Oh my, yeah. Well, it does get the nuke off.
All right, so nobody really important died at this point. The thief dying is actually kind of bad because, well, we don't have a run chance now on this way out. So everybody's in Volcano at this point. We have the canal now. Unfortunately, as was pointed out early, SVJ doesn't have the ship. So he has to go to Marsh, and then... there's Nagas. Okay, Nagas with Blaze is not as nearly as bad. Nobody died. That's a huge win for SVJ.
Yeah, just being able to get away from that with most of his party intact is nice.
That at least keeps the potential to take on Carrie alive, because now he has fade charges and nuke charges by his 2 casters and a front line.
So one thought for regarding St. Von Jester, after he's done here in Volcano, presuming he gets past Carrie here, would you go to Marsh or would you rather go to Ice?
If I'm him, to be completely honest, I'd do Ice.
Yeah, you're already in that general area.
I have the houses, I have the casters, the thief dying at this point. I mean, yeah, it's rough, but I mean, that's something, to ask tier next year after SVJ takes on Carrie here, and we'll give you the play-by-play about this. Oh yeah, see, this is gonna be good.
Interesting. St. Von Jester unequipped the defense and equipped the silver sword on the fighter.
You can't equip it; he has to be promoted.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
Unfortunately, Carrie's hitting big. That's unfortunate. Even with one cast of Ruse, still did 179 to that fighter. Ooh, we got lucky. No crits. Another nuke swing. 156 might cast a quad X. Oh, we don't have any quad X's. All right, Ice 3.
He was on the same level as Nuke.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Ice 3 not going to do it. MDef is going to be good enough. Nuke, low rolls. Unfortunate.
Carry missed, though.
All right, come on, Fade. 102, not too bad. Unfortunately, though, if Carrie doesn't have any spells or skills, we have this. I would just be swinging at this point. Or maybe cast a Quake.
He's got nothing to swing with.
Oh, he didn't... I thought he had a Silver Sword.
Yeah, he equipped the Silver Sword, which
But that's
is better than nothing. But the Fade gets the job done.
All right. I mean, that's exactly what he needed to do. I mean, I don't... It's fine to cast the Ruse over and over again. I thought, you know, you might get a lucky crit, breakthrough, maybe do a little bit extra damage. I just don't want Carrie casting anything at this point. Our mages are too low. We don't have ribbons.
I think this is kind of a close race right now between Ale and Saint Fun Jester, because Saint just has to, I mean, Ale has to just get through Volcano, and he has shipping. And you see SVJ going back to Marsh Cave just to like heal up and do those things. But
Well, just to revive the thief. We'll see what direction he decides to go in afterwards.
All right. Bert has made his way through the first. Unfortunately, has to make through it here. Only has 2 light warriors left. Caleb is just making his way through. Both light warriors are quad Xable. I don't think he bought. Yep, there it is.
Yep, that's 1 and 2, and down goes Caleb.
He forgot to heal. I don't think it would have mattered because he doesn't have the 300 or the 301 health threshold. Bert, 2 manning. How many fades? 4 fades. We don't have a weapon. This is going to be a long
this
fight
isn't
if he
going to be
decides-
good.
No. Well, he does have the defense, so that's good. As we never saw any spells or skills from Carrie. If Carrie is just punch happy, just a load of defenses should hopefully get the job done.
I like this. I like the way he's doing it. 4 hits, 95.
He's doing it the
Nice.
right way.
Oh, yes. And that White Wizard's going to be protected and has the Thor Hammer. So even if Fade Charges run out, that White Wizard can still cast lightning.
But what is that fighter swinging with?
A light axe. At level 19. He did grind those Whiz Vamps and
That's
zombie
too
dudes.
many. That's too many defense casts.
Yeah, he's starting to swing now. 3 hits for 26.
96. Yeah, that's unfortunate. 3 hits for 56 damage is not bad. We can work with that. Carrie hasn't casted anything. This is okay for him. Top left, Burt Reynolds is trying to light his first orb, catch up to SVJ that already beat Carrie. Carrie is just a swinging machine here, using all 6 arms and trying to beat up on Burt. Burt says, I can dodge a wrench. I can dodge your attacks.
Yeah, SVJ and Marsh.
Yep, he's making his play down. He's about to get his ship here. Once he can get through those sea snakes that are blocking the ship.
And he sees the mucks again.
Yeah. Top right here, Caleb wiped out to the Nagas and then the Mucks with Quad X. Left, went to Crescent Lake, picked up some pro rings. He's making his way back to Volcano. Bottom right, Ale Markin's trying to make his way through this dreaded gauntlet to get the canal that opens up the game.
Oh, that was just the Agama tile on the second to last floor too.
And we have quite the battle here. As it's been 106. That's a great crit for Burt here on the top right, left. There it is, terminated. Carrie just swinging, amazing. That is a smart play by Burt Reynolds. Like I said, a newer player that is showing a veteran tendencies or play style right there. You You beef yourself up. You make sure that Thor Hammer is in a caster or someone that's not going to die, and you're able to ping away an enemy's health.
And if worse came to worse, I believe they still had was it Cure 3s at level 1?
No, Cure 3 was level 3 or 4, which I think is used up by all the good spells, unfortunately.
Fair enough. I might have that might have been harm free at level 1.
Elmarkin pulls the double Nagas that have Blaze, and they both pop it out, and that's a reset for Elmarkin. He was in the lead, and those Nagas are not playing nice at all.
So what has SVJ actually completed?
He did finish Volcano, so he did get the canal. He got the ship out of Marsh. He's trying to work his way out of Marsh with the ship now.
Okay. I kind of like being SVJ right now.
Yeah, having both the ship and the canal, that pretty much opens up a lot of the world up for you.
And we know that opens up the world. He hasn't done ice, but I mean, we don't know what Crown's going to lead to.
Right.
Yeah, if Elmarkin can ever get out of Volcano, we might see it. But I mean, Caleb here, wiped out of Volcano, trying to get that incentivized Volcano because it's incentivized canal that is guarded by a gauntlet of stuff. He's gone to Ice Cave now, which is not easy either, but at least Fire 2 is not going to be as dangerous compared to Blaze.
It is dangerous when you're getting hit with it 6 times.
That's fair too. That's fair. I think you can roll what up to 7, 8, 9 wizards or something like that.
I think it maxes out at 7. I think.
Oh, perfect. And it's not like we have any ribbons or ice shields or ice armor to help protect against it, so no problem. Elmarkin, bottom right, going to make his 3rd attempt here, trying to get through this gauntlet here. Let's get some Bless RNG. Let's see if we can get through here. He wants 1 Naga or no Nagas. 1 Naga. Okay, we can make it through this if we get lucky. Come on. Run chance. Nope, Blaze comes through. Oh, the Black Wizard's down. That's not good.
Oh, dear.
Warp trick by Caleb. Going back down now to do the full clear. So he's only going to have to do 1 journey. Or 1 trip through ice. That's going to help him. It's going to save some time.
Yeah, one nice thing, because of that, the Zombie Dragon Wiz Vampire grind, he had enough levels that he could make use of that level 6 warp.
And SVJ has made it through Marsh. He has the entire world open to him except for Gaia and Lefane.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the Cardi Isles can't get there because we don't have the airship.
Yep.
So he is the one that's in the lead of sorts, hasn't done Ice Cave yet, so we don't know what Crown gives yet, so we're going to find out here by Bird, I believe.
One thing, no, we do have the Ruby, so we can go through the Titan and get the item at Sarda.
I forgot Bird hasn't done Ice either, so both of these runners, SVJ and Bird, actually you're tied right now. They both haven't done Ice Cave.
And Zozo Melmond is at a tri-state, so we don't know if we're going to get encounters in here.
So the places they can go to now is Ordeals, Waterfall, and Sarda right now. Those are in
they do have Ruby, so they can
do have the Ruby, so they can do Sarda. I don't think we've seen the shop item yet, have we?
We missed the power bomb pickup by Elmarkin. This is a big.
It's a nice, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. I did not see where that was either.
Right, that's gonna help. I mean, with only 2 light warriors.
I think everybody's going to get it though.
I mean, the power bonk 3 hits 172 here. Elmarkin makes it through the gauntlet, taking on Carrie to light his first orb, trying to catch up to SVJ and Bert and Chime. Oh, okay. We got some exploring to do still.
Yeah, I believe under these flags, do we have access to Mirage Tower by sea?
And right there,
We do.
that is
Okay,
the
then.
power of the power
Wait,
plunk.
no, I actually don't think we do with just. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm not sure that port is there with the flags they have on, right?
With open progression? Yeah, it's available.
I think extended gives you the port. I could be wrong. Thunder knows more than me.
Yeah. With open progression, the port's there. Extended open just allows you to go to the Ryokan Desert, and it allows you to make that little counterclockwise play to Elflin.
Okay.
On foot.
You're-
All right, so El Markin here has the crown. Will we see him turn it in? Looks like he's going to go to Canaria because there is gold bracelets that are available. Going to buy them probably for his casters.
Possibly restock on potions if he hasn't already.
Right? Blaze will definitely use up your heal potions there very quickly.
Oh yes.
So the crazy or the old man that was in Sarda's Sarda there gave us the chime, a ringing doorbell. So we have access to Mirage. We still have 2 loose. So I mean, the play to me, and I'm gonna ask Tier next here. I think I'm gonna go to Waterfall Ordeals first, and then if that doesn't play out, on my way I go to Mirage.
Yeah, that's a very good play. Do we have a proc gen for the waterfall on these flags?
No. Proc Gen is not on for this.
I mean, I know that's like their only play, but I think I'd do Waterfall first. I have this weird thing where I just do Waterfall first.
So warp was level 6.
Yes, it was.
So they can do, with the levels they have now, they have an out for waterfall, and they can actually do. Oh, well, we actually have Caleb doing Astos right now.
And El Market as well. And it's vanilla.
And we still haven't found the shop item here, so I like SVJ there. Check that shop or the caravan location. It was not there. Now we're gonna see. Okay, it's not there either. So it's got to be in Gaia. The shop item is in Gaia, so the floater is not there. So it's gonna be either Ordeals, or it's going to be this Crystal Turn-In, or it's loose in somewhere.
Well, it could be in Waterfall as well.
Oh yeah, Waterfall too.
You know, Burt Reynolds is making his way through the teleporter maze in Ordeals.
And Bird's made it through. Let's see what fun stuff awaits him in Ordeals. There are 2 spike tiles here.
Yeah, and not to mention all the stun-happy mummies through here that are...
Oh, beautiful. That's what we like to see.
Oozes with thunder! Oh, jeez.
Slab! Okay, so the crown turn-in leads into really nothing because we can't do anything with it.
Yeah, because we don't have access to the Fiend. Yeah, right.
So it's either... we have the 3 locations we have access to, obviously. Is it loose, or is it... Or did one of these runners get lucky here? Will SVJ find it, or is it in Ordeal?
Ooh, unrunnable Mudgalls, too.
Or is it loose in Mirage? Come back next time to find out.
Oh, you want to be mean? I think I can be mean. Let's say, how about loose cube in Mirage with the floater in Sky?
All right, you're not nice. Loose in Earth. You know, that's a good point there. That's pointed out by Max Frost there. I completely forgot that it could be loose in Earth. That is something that not many people will make that play and to go do. Because without the rod, not very many people dive Earth without the rod.
I don't think that many people like start searching their way through Earth just in general, but Yeah, without you having to being forced to double dip Earth is never a fun prospect.
All right, Burt Reynolds is getting to it here.
And St.
What do we
Jester's
got?
nearing the end of. Oh, the Trap Towel is just a fighter, so that's fine.
That's actually good. Pro
Ring for free.
There it is.
There's the floater in Waterfall.
All right, we are in the sky. We just got to get out of here. SVJ. Actually, I don't. Should have level 6 warp. Oh, and Rod's there too. Okay. So
now he's
that's
gonna walk this
required.
out.
He must not be high enough. Oh yeah, level 6 black magic or level 6 black magic spells for black magic or black mage requires level 16. So his black mage isn't high enough. Okay, so ordeals is required, so Bert doesn't lose a whole lot of time here. Higher level has warp, I believe, so we'll save time on waterfall. So the only requirements that we have left is cube and Oxiel at this point. Either one of them is going to be in the shop
Key.
item, so that's one of them.
We're still
and
missing
key,
the key
it's
as
true,
well.
or key. Okay, so 3 with 2 loose. Well, we know one of them is going to be in the shop item, so that's at least a good thing.
And
that's
one of
in
our
Gaia.
trackers, MG Weirdo's noting that apparently Saint Von Jester never even looked in the magic shop in Crescent Lake to begin with, so he doesn't even know that warp's there.
Yeah, level 6 is too high. Alright, Caleb's going back through the volcano here. We know he's got to get through and get that canal. Almarkin's going to Ordeals, which leads to the rod.
Mhm.
So unfortunately, it's required. And it's actually a shorter cut to do it with the ship anyway, so it can kind of save time doing it this way. And SVJ on your bottom left here is about to hop in his airship here, going to the Ryokan Desert and flying. No more encounters, unless he's in a dungeon, which is always helpful, generally.
So I'm wondering, would it have been faster to go northwest out of the waterfall on-rack area?
You can go southwest. I mean, either way, it's gonna... I mean, you can still get lost either way, kind of, but
Yeah.
I would have gone southwest. I know some people say go southeast, or, you know, it's like 2 steps or 5 steps quicker one way or the other.
Honestly, I'd be more concerned about the encounter, the encounter table than the step count.
54 minutes and about 23 seconds, SVJ has gone in the air. Gonna turn in, or release the fairy that was locked up in the bottle. Gonna see what she gives us.
Check into the level 7 magic shop.
Top right, Caleb. Gonna try and make it through here. Has 2 Nagas. They cast Blaze. That does a lot of damage. Ooh, Naga casted slow. This is beautiful.
Better than the alternative, for sure. Ooh, Daniel just checking the level 8 shops, too. Not seeing much in the black magic, at least.
Great turn order. Caleb's through. Okay, he still has to make it through one more time, but he has warp, so it's not going to be a big deal. You're going to see him, once he gets through these mucks here, he's going to warp out and avoid that Naga water type.
And meanwhile, St. Von Jester finding the Oxyale as the shop item for about 16.5, and the herb at the ferry.
I didn't... What was the shop item? I'm sorry.
It was the Oxyale for about 16.5.
Okay, so that's... I mean, we knew it was going to be a required item there. So, the herb turn-in, what's this going to give us? Oh, that's right. NPC shuffle. That's a nice little twist.
Right.
So Bahamut is hanging out in Elfland Castle. We don't know where Dr. Un is because I don't think anybody actually checked.
Dr. Un is in Melmond.
Oh, is
I
it?
believe
Okay.
I believe Elmarkin turned in the slab already.
Okay. Top right, Caleb taking on Carrie here, trying to catch up. Good nuke roll right off the start. 364, 160, 179. Okay. Casting all the spells against Carrie here. Carrie strikes back 5 hits, 45. Carrie kind of missed leg day or arm day.
Not gonna argue. It benefits us.
Sunsword pickup by SVJ. That's a nice weapon.
Yeah. Because we haven't seen the tail yet, so we don't really have access to the really high tier weapon. So Sunsword will definitely suffice.
All right. I mean, I don't know about you, Mailer Wizard. Burt Reynolds is now in the air. Al Markin's working towards his floater.
There's our second katana.
Dual wielding ninjas. That's exactly what I've been looking for. Come on, mods win or devs win. Yeah, what I was gonna say, Melee Wizard, is I mean, I know it says in the middle here, it's the Final Fantasy Randomizer. This is our weekly we're doing every a Tuesday around this time, 9 o'clock. My name is Dang Wu. I just called out Melee Wizard. He's my broadcast partner. We've got Tiernex as our sideline reporter, kind of jumping in, giving us all these pro ideas and macro plays and stuff like that for you guys to kind of understand what's going on in our runners' heads. In the background, we got MG Weirdo, and Tiernex is also helping out back there. Welcome to Final Fantasy Randomizer, and I'm hoping you're enjoying the show.
And one thing I did notice, we have Fast and Bane at level 5, so I don't know if the second slot is Red Mage learnable or not. I think having access to Fast is always a nice thing.
It makes beating the fiends a lot easier. A lot easier.
And Saint Von Jester is now heading into ordeals, taking the long way.
Yeah, it's a little bit longer. I mean, it's one of those curses of choosing the right path to get the floater right off the start. I've also seen people on the way to the Ryokan Desert. Actually, you know, now that I think about it, yeah, you'd go northeast, like what you said, to go to the Ryokan Desert. But I might have actually thought about doing ordeals first, since it's a shorter pathing going that way, and just doing it then. I kind of completely missed what you were trying to say about that. So, Bert's following right behind SVJ here. Gonna talk to the elf doctor that's just kind of hanging out by himself and supposedly helping out the prince magically.
Elves work in mysterious ways. Don't. It's best not to think about it too hard.
Are those pointy ears like antennas where they can just like long distance heal people? Or is that a topic?
I'm just not gonna think about it.
Fair enough. Alright, so El Markin walking his happy butt out of here, trying to get out of Waterfall. Caleb's, catching up ever so slowly, as quickly as he can. Gonna hang out with Sarda for a little while. Unfortunately, he's playing a lot of catch up, things that a lot of our runners have already done.
And
that's funny.
Yep, the Arab turn-in is the tail, and just walk right next door. There you go.
Literally walk one little one little spot over. Oh, thanks, Bahamut. Alright, so Caleb and Ale Markin are the only ones that have the slab as of right now, because Bert and SVJ haven't done ice yet.
Yeah.
I think Bert's going to do ice here. Yeah, there he goes. Okay. I mean, he could gamble that ice is not required, like it's a ribbon or something like that, but I wouldn't if I were him.
You could have done the same thing with Marsh, so...
Yeah, well, yeah.
But...
Alright,
of course, we know that Marsh was required, because that's where the ship was, but...
Oh, Bert, welcome to Ice Cave, where mummies have trance. Hope you enjoy your...
Yeah, mummies
Icy-
have trance, and mummies have dazzle, and I think cockatrices have stun touch as well, so have fun.
They just want to put him in a deep freeze. Or something like that, you know? Hibernate him inside the... Okay, I'm done. Ooh, 7 wizards.
And then the wizards come up and between that, you're gonna get a really bad case of freezer burn. I apologize for nothing.
It's okay, I've already done it myself. Runs in a back-to-back wizards. That black wizard's about to go down, but we have life, so it's not too terrible, but he's gonna have to waste a bunch of heals to revive him. Caleb's going to Ordeals, which is required, because it gives you the rod, but unfortunately it's not the floater. Either way, it's still fine, because they'll probably go to Waterfall right after this.
Yeah, most likely.
So Al's going to make the trip down to Lefane here. We're going to see what the Lefanish people have. We have translated the slab, I'm hoping. I don't think...
Elmarkin has, yes.
I wouldn't think Elmarkin would get Lupud, would he? No.
Yeah, I don't think... I'm not sure if Caleb has, but I'm pretty sure Elmarkin did.
Oh, look at all the toe...
Have we seen a cube yet?
No,
Cube?
no
No.
cube, no key.
But there's
And
the
no
adamant.
Oxy.
No, Oxy is in the Gaia shop.
Okay.
So, if this is ribbon, we have 2 loose, and that is both required. If I've done my math correctly, and I'm doing it on Twitch, so there's no way that this could be wrong, right, everybody?
Of course.
As Max Frost has said, the fetch quest continues.
I was about to note that it didn't look like Elmarkin had the loot yet. At least it wasn't marked on the tracker, at least.
Ooh, temper level 6. That is actually really good. That is Red Wizard learnable. Life, however, is not. But that temper there is very nice for that Red Wizard. And as
Got
Tyrnix
glare on
pointed
the
out-
oozes.
Oh, glare on the oozes too?
Oh,
As-
jeez. As if Thunder wasn't enough.
As our sideline reporter Tyrnix had pointed out, the power bonk is in the upper left-hand room of the bottom floor of ice, which they're going to clear out anyways for most of these runners, just for the pure fact that we still have 2 loose items, and it's looking like they're going to be required. So we've got to
Yeah.
clear a lot of dungeons to make sure that we find those 2 loose.
I have a feeling we're gonna have to go to.
Oh,
we
there it
haven't,
is.
we haven't
And-
seen the.
Adamantine ribbon.
Okay. I have a feeling we're gonna have to go to the mermaids because Oxiel was the shop item, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we have 2 loose, everybody. We have the great...
We have no key yet, right?
Correct.
No key, no cube. And they're both loose. So we've got access to full Earth. We have access to the entire sea. And Al Markin is being trolled by dragons.
That happens.
Oh, and it was blocking the Sun Sword, too.
It's gonna suck if there's a required item on a Mirage 1 or 2. There's a lot of chests there, though, so that could absolutely be where it is.
I'm not gonna lie, I would probably check that just
Yeah,
because.
so would I.
Yeah, chest dense locations, Mirage 1 and 2, Mermaids, the Sharknado floor, maybe. Those are pretty much the
I wouldn't
biggest.
check the Sharknado floor before. I would check mermaids and the first 2 floors, but it looks like I really thought Caleb had a good party for the seed, but it looks like he's kind of behind.
He just got unlucky. He pulled a lot of the Nagas
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
that,
he got a,
in
he
that
got
gauntlet,
unlucky with that.
He kept pulling 2. And with, not having a fighter, those red mages weren't able to live up against those blazes. I mean, look at... Even Burt Reynolds is having trouble just getting through the fire too. It's slowly pinging them down. I mean...
So who would you guys say is in the lead right now? Like SVJ?
Ale is slowly catching up. I think Ale's already done ordeals, so...
Yeah.
I mean, Ale is like right there. He's already done Ice Cave. SVJ's still marching through it. He's already done the Lefanish Turn-In, which gave a... I mean, I guess it was a ribbon, so it wasn't really that great, but he has the information needed.
Yeah, a ribbon's nice, but it's not one of the required items that we need right now.
It's so tough to tell. I mean, it's a great question because things could change so quickly depending on where you decide to go. Like right there, if I was Al Markin, I would have done Mirage there. It's a really easy check to do.
Well, it looks like heading for... Did Elmarkin? Yeah, Elmarkin got the Oxyale, so it looks like he's heading for Shrine.
But I do like this play by Elmarkin, though, too, is you go see Shrine, you at least are taking care of the Fiend on the way to things. So there's Bert, gets his crown.
Oh, there's Exit Life 2 at level 7.
Yeah, he doesn't have a white wizard, so he can't use it.
Yeah.
Where was Life 2 at? Was that in the first slot or second slot?
Second.
Unfortunate. So Red Wizard gets no access to life.
That's unfortunate. And he's going left side. Looks like gonna try and go straight to Kraken.
And for anybody out there, actually, I just realized that I should probably have shown you guys. These are the actual flags that our runners are running. It's not the... Of course, it didn't actually do the link that I'd like it to do, but if you copy and put in your URL, that is our site, so you can be able to see what our runners are actually running on. Our flags our runners are running on.
Caleb making it through, making it to the end of Waterfall, getting that floater. And even though we have the unrunnable shuffle on, this group of the Wizzahag Arsahag pack has to be unrunnable, because how the encounters work is like each encounter is like 2 halves. So you have one encounter, an A encounter and a B encounter, and I guess the other side to the Wizzahag, this Wixahag encounter is, I believe it was Garland himself. So that kind of makes it a mandatory unrunnable encounter.
And from what I've actually heard is on Alpha, our thing where we're testing a lot of new things that our devs have been working out, or ideas that our community members give us, is they've actually found a way to split that actually now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe it's Leggy and One Fine Day, and I can't remember who the other one. I'd love to give them more credit about it. They've finally found a way to do it, so thanks to them, we finally will maybe not have unrunnable Wiz-Sahags and Red Sahags. Ale Markin is in C. SVJ making the play to Earth. And Asher pointing out it was Dark Moon. I believe it was also, now that I think about it. So thank you to all those fine community members that were helping out for that. flame armor pickup by SVJ. That's not too bad.
Unrunnable lobsters. But it looks like they're not very tanky, so one lit 2 is able to take them all out.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, I seen that a lit 2 taking them out. Ooh, white shirt. There we go. That's in the Sharknado room.
Very nice.
Oh yeah, free chest area. We call it free because most runners will check it, even if they're in go mode. Ice sword, silver dagger, nothing. All right, let's see what SVJ. So far, he hasn't found anything in Earth. Caleb and Bert are doing a slow catch-up here. Bert's going to make his way down to the Lefanish people, get his ribbon after doing a couple quest chains here. Caleb's making the slow catch-up here. He's very slowly, like a ninja here, creeping up on our runners here. If, they take a bad wipe or something like that, can't find it, and Caleb does a good, clean finding of a loose item here real quickly, he could make some catch-up time. His routing has been pretty smooth. I mean, he's had some obstacles, but, he's making full use of his party right now.
Trying to make efficient use of the spell slots he's got available, and this.
Oh no, Caleb finds out also the NPC shuffles on.
Yep.
Oh, Bahamut, you're not the elf doctor.
Well, I guess if he had checked Dr. Un first, seeing that Un was vanilla, it might slip your mind. Or maybe he didn't check Un. Nope. Sees Un's vanilla now, though.
Oh, I just realized the cube key. So, if we find the key, that opens up even more stuff. The TFC chest. Oh, imagine if the TFC chest had it. And Al Markin is already full cleared all of C. He's not going to the TFC room until like the very last thing.
I mean, the key by itself opens up a lot of things. Like, for all we know, it could be in Keylock Marsh.
Well, that's what I mean. Because he can't go into the TFC room because it's locked.
Right.
So because he's already cleared the C, if, let's say, he finds the key in Mirage, that cube could be in that TFC room. That'd be the
thing is, Elmarkin hadn't checked that side of Shrine anyway. He hasn't gone Mermaid side yet.
Although I guess there's not very much left that he hasn't checked either, so it's not going to be a huge time sink at the same time. Burt Reynolds, following in SVJ's tracks, gone Earth Cave. We haven't seen any key items this way yet. He doesn't know that, but I like to play. Not many people will go this way first.
And since you already have the rod, you can do the whole thing in one trip.
Yeah, that's not too much of a thing here, or too much of a time sink to full clear it. Brack on Kraken. Broken into pieces first turn. Al Markin.
Oh, wow. Nice. So, if Kraken has some interesting things, we may find that out when our other runners get there, because El Markin didn't see a bit of it. And he's going back in to check the mermaid side now.
Yeah, so for... we have no idea what Kraken had. I was going to say, he's going for a second orb. And then Kraken died and he lit his second orb. So GG to Al Markin there, lighting his second orb, extending his lead here. And he's gone back in the Sea Shrine here because there are a lot of chests on the mermaid side.
Yeah, and there wasn't much to be had on the Kraken side. I think the best thing we saw was that white shirt.
Yeah, and I mean, if there's nothing here for him, he has Earth, or we've got the Mirage play. And if I had to guess, I'm more than likely going to assume most runners are going to go the Earth play, just because you are able to defeat Lich on the way. So SVJ about to take on the vampire-shaped speed bump very shortly whenever the wolves decide to let him go. Oh, they're casting heal to waste more time. Perfect.
Mhm. And just a heal potion in the ruby chest. One more. There's 2 more rooms of chests left in Earth.
Okay.
And there's the cube. Okay.
All right, so this kind of is good for SVJ here. Now he can do all the fiends essentially while full clearing the entire thing. So this is good for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it can go through Mirage and Sky. All we're needing is that key, because there's at least that one door in Temple of Fiends that you need the key for.
And if I was SVJ, I would definitely go Mirage in this case first because nobody wants to have to go Kraken side, then go Mermaid side.
One nice thing about finding the cube before the key, you know the key can't be locked behind itself, so that reduces the number of locations you would need to look to hunt down.
And I mean that's an important thing that Weirdo has pointed out. Our tracker here is we don't have to check anything key locked now unless we want like an extra ribbon or something like that. But beyond that, we don't need to check key locks for anything. Kayla making the Mirage play. This is the one that I kind of said to do. Ooh, Dragon Armor found by El Markin.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Ribbon, that's another one. We found all 3 ribbons. No, I'm sorry, we found 2 ribbons.
Yeah, I was about to say, where was the third one?
I got a little excited. What can I say?
And Zeus Gauntlet, an extra spell item, is never a bad thing. Ooh, Unrunnable Chimera, though.
Is this the first we're seeing mermaids?
Yes.
Yes, it is. For SVJ, I would think he's really hoping that the key is not here. I think this bodes very well for SVJ if the key is not here.
Same could be said for Caleb checking Mirage 2.
Yeah, this is unfortunately going to hurt Caleb. Because the cube's not here. Or the cube is not in Mirage. I mean, it's a gamble. He knew he's probably behind based on his wipes and the way that he was trying to adapt. And Lich here takes the cake, falls into the crack. That is the second orb lit for SVJ.
Oh, there's Excalibur, found for El Markin. That's a nice find.
No, that's an amazing find.
And the Vorpal, too!
I'm sorry, the what? I'm just kidding. The Vorpal's, it's very good. Especially at 250, it can do its job very well. Ooh, Black Shirt. That's going to be.
Have we seen Fast yet?
Fast was at 5.
Fast was okay.
And there's our third ribbon, and there's the key for Caleb.
Caleb's happy to see it. Unfortunately, he's not happy enough.
No.
Bert found the cube, so I think it really depends here. Does SVJ go to Sky or does he go to Sea?
Honestly, it doesn't really matter whether he does Sky or Sea first. Because if he does his due diligence in checking Mirage whenever he gets there, he'll get that cube. He'll get that key anyway.
Yeah, you have to full clear everything.
But from the
investing in some Exfer, that's an interesting decision by SVJ. We'll see how much of an impact that has.
Oh no, Max Frost. He has the rod. It may not have updated.
Yeah, I would assume that Elmarkin has done ordeals at this point.
Sometimes it just doesn't update. So Caleb gets a pretty hat, or a cute hat, that gives resistances to all elements from the kindly Smithy McBeardson.
And Caleb is going to be pursuing these key lock chests, which may get him some good stuff. Like I said, we could still find that Masamune is still out there somewhere.
That's true. That's actually a very good sword that he kind of needs at this point. Unfortunately, because he found that key, he's going to be searching all this key lock stuff. Looking for that other...
Looking for the cube, yeah.
I mean, granted, they're not all a huge waste of time because they're generally non-encounter checks, but...
And Saint Von Jester's about to find that finds the bad news about life. We'll be finding the temper and warp here soon.
Does have wall and heal too, so it's not too terrible, but they're super expensive.
But at this point, money is practically no object. This is really the only thing you really need a good bit of money for anyway.
Wall find though, wall for Red Wizards is actually very nice to find. Burt Reynolds is going for his second orblet here. Give him the cake. Come on, give the cake to Lich. Let's see it. Come on, turn one. Effective.
No.
I think that Black Wizard needs to go back to Magic Academy here. Missed the cake on Lich.
Well, I mean, Saint Von Jester already fed Lich cake. Maybe he's full.
You can never be too full on cake. Matter of fact, I just had some carrot cake just a little bit ago.
Apparently Caleb never even checked these first chests in Temple of Fiends. Interesting. But he's going to be checking the key lock side, though. Every one of these checks he's making, it puts him farther and farther behind.
Alright, so Bert's going to take the lead now. He's going to be... Yeah,
I still think it's Ale.
Ale could go into the same problem that Caleb has, where he's going to get that key locked, or that key.
Yeah, I don't think Elmarkin's been to Mirage yet.
I'm sorry. You're right. Elmarkin is going to get the cube. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's going to be getting the cube first, yeah.
So yeah, between Bert and Ale. But SVJ's right behind him, and I mean, anything that takes a little bit of time to do, and SVJ's caught up to both the runners.
Yeah.
Ale probably the little more experienced runner over Bert. So, you know, Temple of Fiends revisited. If a boss fight gets tough, I would think Elmarkin has the advantage over Bert. You know, SVJ probably around the same as Ale. But Bert's doing a great job as the newcomer here. You know, just kind of been slowly doing what he's doing, and as you can see, he's in the running for first.
Yeah, Bert's a really good. I think he's definitely in second place right now. Yeah, for sure, Asher. He's putting in the work. I actually don't think he's that far behind right now.
Interesting. Saint Von Jester saw the adamant led to the ribbon, and looks like he just reset back out.
I like the play. I mean, if he's comfortable, do it. Leave. Look, he's found another ribbon.
And he's going to get the second one in Mirage 2. So.
I mean, it's going to feel a little awkward because you could have had two ribbons, and that at least guarantees the protection of somebody else besides your knight when you get onto Chaos or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, And as Crabcakes points out, you can hate the play. I mean, I understand the play. Maybe not agree with it wholeheartedly, but if Temple Fiends doesn't have a lot of instant kill spells that are buried, you might not need the ribbon.
I, for one, would have taken that ribbon all day, every day. But
Yeah.
if sometimes you gotta make sacrifices if you want a chance to win.
And sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment, like what's going on right now, you just make the decision. Okay, I made the split second decision. I'm resetting, and that's what he's doing. He's not pausing. He's not hesitating. As soon as you hesitate, you're more than likely going to lose the race. And Burt Reynolds is now officially entered go mode.
First of our four runners, our four featured runners here to hit go mode, just shy of an hour 27.
And El Markin has officially entered go mode. So, very quickly, right next to each other, entering go mode.
Did El Markin go into Mirage?
Oh yeah, you're true. You're right. I thought I saw the cube down there. Didn't he?
Well, I mean, did El Markin get the key out of Mirage? I know it's marked on the tracker, but I don't recall El Markin going there.
Alright, we're going to go with no mode instead of go mode. So I apologize for El Markin on that one, or for the people out there. Yeah, unfortunately that's not really going to hurt him too much because he's going to be going into Sky next anyways.
And Caleb is really going all in on these keylock chests, even going back into Marsh.
Yeah, it's unfortunately one of the bad things about getting that key early is there's a bunch of keylock stuff you can go check.
Yeah. Not finding much. Just gotta go make that Earth play. That's all he has to do. And looks like he's about to do that right now.
Alright, now we've got our officially second go mode runner, SVJ. So now we've got a race here, and they're both have the same orbs lit. They're both in the same location, but Bert's in the lead now.
Yeah, but El Markin is still right there, has 2 orbs lit himself.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And once we get to the maze here, we're going to have to get some bless RNGs in chat because we need our Lord and Savior, the robot chicken Warmech.
Yep.
I think
Warmech is vanilla in this one.
Yeah, so we're going to have to hope that RNG grants us our Warmech sighting.
Well, Bert's just checking these one set of chests in Sky, not bothering to check anything else.
Lich trying to hold up El Markin. El Markin says, I got Excalibur. See you later. I'm lighting my third orb here. So El's going to start joining SVJ and Burt Reynolds into in the Mirage floating castle land. Tier next, as you have pointed out, we're going to start looking at levels. What kind of levels are we looking at here for our runners that would be good roundabout levels up to, try and hit here?
Well, the bosses are 40% to 250%, which means there could definitely be some gatekeepers here. 250% is quite high for bosses, so I think mid-20s we have to be at least.
And I want to say St. Von Jester was around the high teens. I think it was at 18-ish last I saw.
And it's interesting.
We have no Massa, right?
No Massa.
Have not seen Massa yet.
We do have katanas though, so the ninjas could do a lot of work.
We have no black belts. I don't know. I think this is going to be a tough Topher, unless it rolls low, because the bosses are 40% to 250%. If there's a gatekeeper that rolls high, this could be tough. They have fast. I don't know what level Temper's at, but
Temper's at 6.
yeah, there's not a lot of, like Crabcake said, there's not a lot of access to life. I don't think this is going to be an easy Topher.
Yeah, life is white only, white mage only, white mage, white wizard only. Yeah, and temper was available to the red wizard also, so we got lucky there.
I've been fascinated with Caleb's party the whole time, but I don't know, like his whole party could wipe to like one nuke.
The game clencher, the Bane Sword comes through for Burt Reynolds. Poison Smoke, Tiamat. That is his third orb lit. He is going to be go-moding Sea Shrine here, trying to catch up to Ale Markin here.
And St. Von Jester is checking chests in sky. He's looking for something. I think the best weapon he's got is either the Sun Sword or Defense Sword. I think that's the best he's got for weaponry right now.
Yeah, it's got to feel kind of bad for red mages.
We have defense and bonk though.
Yeah, Power Bronk does it. It cures a lot of ails there.
Invis 2 is pretty low also. So I think like the fighter parties can get through, but I think this is going to be a rough Topher.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a grind fest here because I don't see anybody very high in levels. I don't believe. I think Burt was about 20-ish. SVJ's around 20.
22 last I saw.
I mean, I would have almost hoped for a Warmech there to gain a couple levels there. I mean,
we saw Excal in Marsh, right?
It was in Shrine.
Okay.
And I think it was in Mermaids.
Yeah, and Al Martin's the only one who got it.
And he's, I would suspect he's the only one who's going to, because everyone else is going to be go-moding Marsh, or Shrine, rather.
So Caleb has entered go mode, I believe?
Yeah, he just got cube. I don't know if the tracker's completely up on his orbs, but...
Nah, he's only done fire.
So everybody's in go mode now. Al Markin's in the lead. I would say he's in the lead. He's got the Excal. He's got probably the best endgame weapon to use right now. I wish he would have had the ninja up because the ninja could have been used against Chaos or something like that with the katana.
Yeah, that thief's been down for so long. It probably wouldn't do much right at this point. And between and Markin, it's probably going to be a close one to see who gets to Topher first.
Yeah, it's gonna be really tight here. SVJ's checking a lot of chests. I think he really wants the Masa at this point. I don't think he feels comfortable, and I wouldn't either with what he's got.
How many ribbons are we seeing? Just one?
We've seen all three.
Okay.
And St. Von Jester has seen all three, so...
Oh, okay. He did pick up the third one? Okay.
But he saw the one at the blacksmith and reset out. Because he had last saved right by Mirage.
Burt hanging out with the door glitch.
I think it's going to be an interesting Topher.
That's what we're looking for here. We want to show, and you know what? These runners, that's what they're giving us right here. And Caleb lights his second orb, is able to defeat Lich. Burt here is checking out the Sharknado room. There's a white shirt in here.
Yeah, not gonna turn that away.
Nope, that gives you gold armor absorb, and it gives you some resistances. Off the top of my head, I don't remember what they were.
And it gives you free Inv 2s.
And that's the important thing. I mean, it's nice to have the resistance and stuff, but that free Invis 2 cast are very invulnerable. Or invaluable. Invulnerable.
And El Markin makes it through the Bridge of Destiny, is about to take on Tiamat.
No Warmech sightings. I'm very disappointed right now. Warmech, where are you? Tiamat says, "You're not bracking me into pieces. Not today." Round 2 for Al Markin.
The encounter rarity has not been is still vanilla here. So, Warmick is not really. It would not have been a common encounter.
But Tiamat actually has a weakness to poison. Is resisting these bracks here, wasting time on Al Markin. This is very unfortunate here. There it is. Okay,
there's the
third
broken
turn in. Bert allows Bert to catch up. He's about to pull Kraken here. We are going to have a close first place race here in the Temple of Fiends Revisited if we can kill Kraken quickly by Bert.
And see, so Bert's around level 22. Saw El Markin was around level 27. So El Markin definitely has the level advantage going into Topher here.
Oh, he's going for instant death strats. I understand. Brack misses. Another Brack misses. Oh, this is giving Al Markin time.
Mass Mune found by SVJ.
Oh, it's in that big chest room and Skyfloor 4. Not many people are going to check it, so that's a big pickup by SVJ there. And Bird has killed his 4th fiend, going to light it, and is going to be joining Al Markin here shortly in Temple of Fiends Revisited.
So, Burt Reynolds has the white mate, has the white wizard, and has access to life. Al Markin has the extra levels. Let's see how nice Topher decides it wants to be today.
What level's Al Markin? Because
around 27.
Okay, so they're almost the same. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Burt Reynolds was like 22, 23. Al Markin's at 27.
Green Dragon's on the way down. I would take the fight, maybe warp out, save it if you gain a couple levels. But no, he says, nope, we're going to go for it. I like, ambushing.
Oh, Bert's grinding on this tile.
Getting some extra levels from the Zombies and Whiz Vamps. Okay, that's interesting.
He's only got a Sun Sword by Burt Reynolds, so I kind of understand it here. Needs those hit. He needs to hit certain marks here. Sun Sword gets 5 hits at level 31. If he has the Defense Sword, that gets it at 29. So
there's the Warmech! SVJ has encountered the robot chicken.
Oh, this helps out SVJ even more. He's got Masa and he's got all this. I mean, he might not even have to... 3 hits.
3 for 3. Oh, boy. High absorb Warmech today.
It's not terrible. He's got ways to get through it if he needs to. We just gotta hope that Warmech doesn't have a nuclear right now. 2 hits, 154. That's a big katana. Oh, that was an easy Warmech. That was beautiful.
Well, okay, didn't have much for health, though.
23. That's great. One more level. Masa Mune gets its 5th hit at 24. So, I mean, that is going to help out SVJ immensely to catch up to Al Markin if Al catches any sort of trouble here.
I mean, I thought Al was getting levels because he was throwing fades on the badman.
I think it was unrunnable.
I mean,
they were okay.
I mean, the one thing
I would have warped out and healed, like housed.
Yes, I do agree with you on that one. Yeah, I would have housed out for that reason. But one thing that, I know I said that Moss is going to help out, but Xcal does a great job all the way up to Chaos anyways. Even Tiamat might have a sort of a hard time, but it still does an amazing job up to it. So I don't see real Al Markin having that much of an issue up until maybe Tiamat Chaos tops. But even then, we have Power Bonk.
That's going to be the problem.
And Lich 2 throws out Lit 2.
So Lich 2 here takes a nuke to the face. 4 hits, 320 by that Xcal. Decent amount absorbed by Lich here. Goes into turn 2. Another nuke should finish. No,
that's a lot of nuke charges on it.
Yeah, that's 4 nuke. That's 2 full rounds for Lich 2. That's Lich 2's not being disrespected today, this time around.
No, didn't cast the cake. I would have casted the cake.
It's interesting. I would have brought up that ninja just to like take a shot or two, but we'll see how it goes. Ale's in the lead for sure, but I don't know if he can get through.
Caleb here is trying to light his third orb here, taking on Kraken. We didn't get to see much from Kraken in either times. Broken into pieces. That's his third orb lit. SVJ is going to light his fourth orb here, going into the Sea Shrine. Bottom right, Ale Markin is going to be taking on Carry 2 here shortly. This is what should be the first official hard boss. Carry 2 can swing hard and generally has a good amount of HP. And if we start seeing new casts come out, we can lose some. Lit
4
2,
hits for 77.
Yeah, decent absorb. And here comes Bert, runs into the gas dragons off the top, so might run into the same encounter table. Nuke from Carry 2. That's not what you want to see.
And the Black Wizard goes down.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean,
do they have life on the Red Wizard?
Nope.
No.
Not available on it's white exclusive on both fronts.
So the good news is Carry 2 decently low, might be able to power through it in one turn if we can kill him in 1 to 2 turns or get good turn order. So that's good news for El Markin if he needs to make that dive again. Might be able to beat that nuke if he 2 turns Carry with a fasted Xcal and a couple nuke charges. Might be able to do that. Waters, they hit decently hard. Don't have the Nagas with the Blaze, so we're okay. And I've been told by Crab Cakes here that Ale did not pick up fast on that Red Wizard. That is a big trouble. This gives Burt Reynolds
I think it's going to be
time
hard
to catch up.
I think he has to pray for like low rolls on the last 3 fiends.
He gets into the water encounter right before Kraken 2.
These waters are everywhere. It's so good that Nagas are not on this floor. And look at his health potions. 35, 4, 3, 2. Oh, man.
And that's enough to get through, though.
This is going to be tough. This Kraken, fasted Kraken.
Oh, boy.
That's a 200 damage.
You don't mind saying that, though. He should have defensed again.
4 hits for something. I didn't see what.
15 hits for 1100 by Red Mage. Nice knowing ya. Blizzard? Okay, we'll definitely take that.
Yeah,
Got lucky.
Tornado, Blizzard. Miss.
Okay, he's max defense.
The 3.
There we go. 4 hits for 289. Ooh!
Oh, boy.
That was an unfortunate. I don't think he fully defensed out.
He did. He's got 3 on there.
Okay, we're through. But unfortunately...
Okay. Does he have a ribbon on that warrior?
If he doesn't, he better switch it on.
Yeah, he did, because he didn't get power words that paralyzed.
Not to mention that, well, I don't know what armor he has on besides that. But...
As Zenobian says.
And he's been running 3-man for most of this, so if presumably he got all 3 ribbons, he's probably been using them, and oh my.
It's a bad turn. Oh, there you go.
Tiamat 2 takes him down.
SVJ lights his 4th orb, makes short work of Kraken. Guess who's in the upper right? Catching up. Caleb taking on Tiamat here. Going to be lighting his 4th orb here shortly. We're going to have a 4-way race here in Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Yeah, Burt Reynolds making his way into Topher now.
There it is. Caleb lights his 4th orb. Catching up, Burt Reynolds is slightly in the lead here. And I mean slightly because Ale Markin is catching up after that wipe from Kraken and Carry there. but he's got all the information that Bert does not have. I think Bert's going to be slightly tripped up by a couple things that might slow up his decision making, but that's what happens. Ooh, Cure 4, level
And
8.
oops. St. Von Jester going back and getting that ribbon before going into Topher. Having unrunnable bad men is not... Bad men are an annoyance, at least.
Would you say they're bad men? Okay, I'm gonna walk out now. You're right.
It's all in their name. They gotta live up to it, right?
Or the evil men. I know, right? All right. So as you can see here, all 4 of our runners are in Temple of Fiends Revisited. Caleb has come in, but with his party, it is going to be a very difficult fight. He has no frontline attacker.
Okay.
He doesn't have the Masa.
So I kind of like Bert's party the best for this Topher. I think SVJ has a small edge for being a Masa user with fast and a couple temper casts and having power bonk, but I wouldn't be shocked if Bert takes this.
I wouldn't either. I mean, he's just been slow and steady, and here he goes. He's going to take on Kraken here. Oh, yeah, that's the cake. That's what we like to see. Come on, land it for us. Turn 1. There it is. See, folks? 2
nice.
turning Lich. Psh, cast cake over in 1 turn. There's somebody I haven't seen in a little while. Faywins, how's it going, Faywins? Welcome back. And I see Zenobian's been in here a couple times. And Zenobian brought up a good point there on Kraken is when Kraken critted through the max evade knight, when you have 16 hits, you're almost guaranteed to get a crit. I mean...
Yeah, fasted Kraken 2 is a scary, scary thing.
Right? I mean, you're just never safe.
And it looks like El Markin is taking a grind here.
I mean,
he's been walking back and forth.
Well, he did this on this first dive. He took fades on Badman his first.
All right.
Yeah, but he's been kind of pacing around the room that he's in right now. So,
Ooh,
or
like
he
this.
was for a little bit. Maybe he was trying to do a bit of encounter manipulation.
Top left, Bert's going to try and take on Carry 2 here. Carry opens with lid 2. Next spell is going to be Nuke. This is very key. 3 Light Warriors potentially could die here. The White Wizard most likely not, but...
There's the Nuke. Red Wizard's
it
down.
almost
Oh my.
That almost
9
high roll.
HP, oh god.
Yeah, that could have been catastrophic.
I was like, there's no way that could high
You can come
roll,
back
right?
from that though.
I can't believe it almost high rolled him for 400 damage. Oh, Nuke. Wow, he's already down to 38 HP. This Temple of Fiends is eating up heal potions like it's crazy.
Well, it's 250%.
It's doing its job here. It is... I mean... this is a good... That carry fight is a good thing, I think, for SVJ and El Markin because they have 2 really good weapons. Because they should be able to 2-turn before that nuke comes out.
And we have Caleb and El Markin both on Lich too.
SVJ catching up right behind. So Caleb trying to get through that Lich 2. El Markin, as we stated, just got through. Going on to the Fire 4.
SVJ has the best weapons for this.
Yeah, he's got katanas. He's got a powered up ninja.
He has a Masa.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's got Masa and a ninja though too. So He's
Yeah,
well
as far as physical weapons are concerned, yeah, Saint Von Jester's he's definitely got the advantage over the other three.
And there's the annoying waters that Bert's taking on, that Elmarkin had to fight, that ate up a bunch of heal potions.
Oh, don't take those extra steps.
And it looks like Elmarkin and Caleb are on the same. I think all three of our runners here, Caleb, SVJ, and Elmarkin, are all taking on Grey Worms that are unrunnable.
Yep. And I noticed Burt Reynolds moved the ribbon off of the Black Wizard onto the Knight before taking on Kraken.
I love it. He's playing very smart.
And Kraken is just, Red Wizard smack.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's what you want to see.
Yeah, not
the
Wizard.
back row.
Right.
Yeah, as Tyrannix has pointed out, leave the White Wizard alone, and I can make a recovery afterwards.
Yeah, we hadn't even seen Kraken using fast yet.
There it is. Carry, dead. In the bottom right-hand turn, 2 turns, no nuke by Elmarkin.
Oh, wow! Oh! The White Wizard for Burt Reynolds down to 3 health. Oh my goodness.
Not even close. We got this. Come on.
Lightning.
Lightning 3, the White Wizard's down.
This is over.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
it's
it started.
reset.
Kraken missed. Kraken's been slap happy this time around. He hasn't even.
Tier 2 does.
Yeah,
we know that Tiamat 2 does it.
Top right, Caleb, I believe 2 or 3 turns, no nuke in retaliation by Carry 2. SVJ taking on Carry.
Burt Reynolds didn't even wait for Kraken to finish him off. He just went ahead and reset right then.
Kraken 2 is just gonna stomp Caleb's team like one after another.
Yeah, yeah.
Pay attention, bottom left here, SVJ. Is he going to get the nuke? 3 Light Warriors, never mind. He 2 turns it good. Makes it through Carry 2, keeps keeping up with Caleb here and Elmarkin. Those light warriors there for SVJ were very easily killed by nuke there.
So Elmarkin on Kraken 2, loading up on the Inf 2s and the defense boosts.
Yeah.
Kraken's already missing. Kraken had already been fasted and is already missing the Knight.
Oh, there's a crit. It's okay, though. We can make it through that.
Temper, bonking.
Hit 3, we'll definitely take that. We've got 3 ribbons. Or at least he might have walled. Oh, 8 hits
Wow.
for 1,300 by the X-Kill. Nuke follows. Beautiful.
Dang. 1 round of damage. Bye-bye, Kraken 2.
X-Kill says, I am... I don't know. Just as powerful as Masa. And that's what it... So
All
2
right.
Kraken 2 here pulls, and a Tiamat 2. Ooh, that's a big hit by Tiamat 2. Gets the initiative. That Knight is already going to probably have a hard time next turn.
Didn't see much from Tiamat the first time around, but he did see that she hits hard.
So far, top right, bottom left, we haven't seen anybody die yet from our fiends, or from our light warriors. Oh, never mind. Jean is down. We're relying upon a ninja for our attack damage. Zeno's down for Caleb. Nuke SVJ's through, catching up to Elmarkin. Doesn't have a life spell though. Ninja's primary damage dealer for SVJ. Big hit by the X-Cal for 917 for Elmarkin. Tiamat's got to be on the ropes at this point. Lock 2, lower the evasion.
Yeah, never hurts.
828, that'll do it. 4
Oh.
hits for 828.
And Caleb's been throwing out quad X's and Brax. Hasn't worked yet.
SVJ had to reset. The ninja took a one shot from Tiamat 2 from the initiative. Caleb showing Cure 4 there, which was level 8. And bottom right, our first look at the Ultimate Fiend Chaos. Pure defensive strats. Stop comes out. Good thing we have ribbons. We have the cute hats. We are protected from the time element.
We're protected from everything that has an element.
And the Brack works from Caleb and defeats Kraken. What?
Nice.
Chaos with ink. Free turn. Chaos, what are you doing? Give our runners some trouble here. Lit 2. Are you just trying to give the win over to Al Markin?
3 hits, 227. Oh. Red Wizard. One of the Red Wizards goes down for Caleb.
5 hits for 676 by the Excalibur's already doing triple digits, almost quad digits here. Oh my, this is going to be a very quick fight here. 750.
Oh my, yeah. Chaos won't last too much longer at this rate.
Caleb's giving it all in that top right here, trying to power through Tiamat 2 here. Trying to Brack strat. Ooh, 8 hits for 1900 by the Excal. GG to Al Markin.
Yep.
Oh, so Excal, the best sword?
Got the job done here. Al Markin coming in first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 33 seconds. GG.
Oh, wow. Caleb here still trying to make it through. He's got the Red Wizard, Black Wizard, trying to punch his way through here, trying to take out Tiamat. Might actually have a chance here. I didn't see much from Chaos. He's going to slowly make his way through if he can get through. He doesn't have very many casts of anything.
It's unfortunate that he lost to the White Wizard. Does make it through Tiamat 2, but unfortunately without that White Wizard, you're just going to have to go two-man through for the Chaos fight.
I think he can do it. Oh, there was no ribbon on that Black Mage.
Ooh, wow. That was some bit of luck there.
Ooh, Bane Sword up there. Okay. Is he going to go for the Bane Sword kill?
No, it's nice to have the option.
I was going to say, don't switch your parties yet, Caleb. You still got to make your way through here. Oh, he's going to try and run. Okay, made it through.
Air's trying to bring the heat, but Caleb's not having any of it.
Ooh, he's gonna put the Black Wizard up front. Understandable. We didn't see a whole lot of attacking by Chaos here. A lot of casts of useless spells. Tried to fast a dead White Wizard. It's a bold move.
Yeah, I'm glad he caught himself before wasting a turn there. And we have Ale Markin here in the booth. GG.
Thank you. That was interesting.
Yeah, that Topher kind of threw you around a little bit.
Yeah, not having life access with my party comp, I think, hurt me in the end. But I had to take a couple resets just because I got gibbed earlier, caught in a garbage encounter. But it worked out.
Caleb here got fully evade capped for that Red Wizard. Bunch of lock 2s coming out, making sure to get as much damage as possible out of that Red Wizard. That's going to be his main attack force. Bane comes out from Chaos, misses. 8 hits for almost 900 by Caleb.
Nice.
Red Wizard with the defense swords putting in work. Lit 2, Chaos is just casting out baby spells. 1,000 damage by the defense sword. Who is this Red Wizard? And somebody check him for roids.
It's called temper. It's legal.
Oh, okay. 1,013.50 GG Caleb, second place with a party comp of 2 red mages, a black and a white.
Yep. Come in second place with an official time of 2 hours and 58 seconds. GG.
I tell you, I think Caleb has found a party that he likes. He really likes running those red mages, and he's putting in good work. And as you've seen there, he was about 3 minutes behind Al Markin there running it. So GG to him and the way he ran it. But yeah, for Al, you had the Gauntlet in Volcano, which was pretty deadly. But you actually did Ice Cave first, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
So that probably helped you out a little bit. No, you still had trouble, didn't you? You still had to do a couple dives. I mean, that Gauntlet to get the canal in that incentivized volcano was quite interesting.
Yeah, that one gave everybody grief.
Yeah, I took a wipe on the way out of Ice Cave on the first dive to the 6-pack of Fire 2 Wizards.
Oh yeah, hey, Melee Wizard, do you want to talk about how you commentated Curse of him?
Yeah, I'll take the fall on that one. Yeah.
Hey, GG Ale.
Hey, GG Caleb, good job.
Oh, and I guess we'll introduce the second place guy. I'm just kidding. Caleb, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks, man. This was a lot of fun. I am growing more and more comfortable with this Red Rainbow party.
It definitely got the job done. You're so the other three were ahead of you for a good ways out, but you plugged away and you got Topher done in one try, which you're the only one of our 4 runners here that can say that.
Nice. Yeah, it was I think the only mistake I feel like I made in my preparation for Topher was I forgot to go to Crescent Lake to get life on my Red Wizards. But
it's a good thing you didn't, because it wasn't actually learnable.
it was top slot.
Yes, it was.
Well, that was yeah.
You subconsciously knew it wasn't available, even though you. No, never mind. Anyways, carry 2 over here on the top left here by Burt Reynolds. Kind of has to 2-shot carry here, just for the pure fact that Nuke is most likely going to come out on that second turn. Ooh,
Oh, she had
swing
Nuke?
by carry 2. Okay,
Yeah,
so this
Carrie
is good
did-
news for
Carrie
Burt.
did have Nuke.
It'll go Lit 2, then Nuke. So if we can hurry up and defeat Carry 2 here, we won't have to take on that Nuke. There it is. Burt's through. So now the second Gatekeeper. The melee heavy Kraken 2 with fast that gets upwards of 16 hits or more. Can do a lot of dangerous things, as a couple of our runners have found. Al Markin had some troubles. Bert's had some issues. SVJ's had some issues with Kraken 2. But for the ones that are done, for Caleb and Al Markin, how'd you guys like the flow of these flags and stuff like that? Because these are test flags for the spring tournament, you know, to get some inputs and stuff like that. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of talks about it and stuff like that. But how'd you guys feel about it?
I missed objective NPC shuffle, so that was fun when I went to go turn in my herb and saw a dragon standing there.
You weren't the only one.
I like Incentive Volcano a lot. It makes the canoe so important and likely to fall early, so that's cool. I felt like I got lucky on my Earth dive because I knew I lost a lot of time in Volcano, but then when I found the canal down there, I figured everybody lost a lot of time in Volcano. So I figured everybody would go into sea, so I was like, let me go into Earth and just hope that it's here, and I got lucky. Found that cube.
Yeah, though more so than Volcano, I think probably your biggest time sink was finding the key and doing the key lock chest, because all three of our other runners found the cube before the key.
Oh, well, that feels bad.
Although Saint Von Jester was still checking chests and ended up finding Masa in Sky 4, so...
Okay, yeah, I figured I could look for Masa, white shirt, black shirt, something to throw on my my wizards, because they're going to need all the defense they could get.
Yeah, so Masa was in Sky 4. Aelmarkin found both Excal and the Vorpal at the Mermaids.
Wait, Sky 1?
Masa was in Sky 4.
Sky 4 is the teleporter maze.
Sky 3 then.
Okay.
Got my floors mixed up.
That's all good. Were the flags entertaining to watch, at least?
I mean, the enemies themselves made it entertaining to watch.
Yeah, the enemies made this, particularly in Volcano, the Naga water pack, followed up by the Quadexing mucks. That definitely made things interesting in the Chinese sense.
Oh, the poor black mage for Burt Reynolds gets one shot by that Tiamat 2. Tiamat there basically gets the free shot. Almost always has been doing a lot of damage. There it is, 5 hits, 405 on the White Wizard. Burt's hoping not to get back road again. That White Wizard is very important. It has the life spells that nobody else was able to learn. It was White Wizard only.
Yep, life at 6, life 2 at 7.
Now, there was Cure 4 that was learnable at level 8 that Caleb did find, but Burt did not go for it. It was in Gaia Magic. Okay, we'll take that. Tiamat misses. Gives Caleb time, trying to cast Bane. More white shirt cast for Burt. Get that invasion up. Ale, I will get your opinions here shortly about the flags once Burt gets through to Tiamat real quick.
Meanwhile, St. Von Jester finishing his Whiz-Vamp grind and heading back into Topher.
That defense sword not working out too well for Burt Reynolds, unfortunately. 386 by the nuke. Managed to get through with the magic defense at Tiamat. Good shot. Caleb down to 6 health. Still evading on one knee into Tiamat's 4-headed dragon body thing.
Oh, misses the White Wizard.
Okay, heal 3. Caleb still on one knee, still dodging around, alive. Defense sword not doing a whole lot, unfortunately, by that knight.
Still throwing Banes out there, but Tiamat 2 goes down.
There we go. Okay, we have
Bart.
life. That's right. Let's go, Bart.
Call him Smokey. See the bandit.
So for Al Markin, our winner tonight, how'd you feel about the flags? Like, the general, everything about it, the enemy percentages, the way that it was set up with the 2 loose, that kind of stuff.
Overall, I think the flags were fine. I think the only thing that might need to be tweaked or looked at is the encounter rates, just because some of these runs just felt abysmal, especially with where the unrunnables were mixed in, and it just kind of felt like a slog at points, especially because, from a viewer standpoint, it's like, oh look, there's the 4th pack of unrunnable lobsters, yay! So it's
to be fair, would you rather have had dealt with the with unrunnable wizards in this particular scene?
No, I mean, I don't really care what the unrunnable is, but it's just with the encounter rate when you hit it 3-4 times, within the same floor, it just kind of makes it for a slog, especially when, Lit 2 clears everything out. So it's not even like you're eating a lot from the particular fight. It's just a matter of, okay, here's a time waste. Okay, here's a time waste. Okay, here's another fight where you're just pressing A and hoping to get through it.
Yeah, it was 0.9 in the dungeon, 0.7 on the overworld, so I can...
No, that's a very good thing. Hopefully you'll bring that up. There is SVJ is taking on Lich 2 here. Gives the cake. Terminated. There we go. Falls into the crack. Top left, Burt Reynolds trying to make his way through here to defeat the Ultimate Fiend Chaos. Basically, fully evade capped on all of his light warriors, just about. Tempering and fasting up that knight, getting it set to go.
Yeah, throwing out some Banes for good measure, because you never know.
I mean, this knight really has to show some power here. I mean, Caleb's Red Wizard really showed it how it's done. 8 hits for 566. It better hit over, 1,000 here shortly, or that Red Wizard's going to be called the best light warrior for tonight. More nukes, more fades from Burt. Chaos has got to be on the ropes here. We know it doesn't have a whole lot of spell charges of anything. A bunch of lightning 2s and stuff like that. Oh, an ice 2 changes it up a little bit.
Oh my.
Careful. 6 hits. Still an evasive Chaos there.
At 807, that's still a pretty good hit.
SVJ trying to catch up. Ooh, Brack hit. No, ineffective and misses. SVJ trying to catch up, but at this point, not going to work. Fade
The Fade finishes him off.
GG to the Duckling Burt Reynolds, our newer player, showing a very consistent run. GG
Yep.
Burt.
Yep, finishing in third place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 29 seconds. GG.
GG Burt.
Yeah, very nice. Grinding himself up to about 33, 34. I mean, that was definitely one way of doing things and probably the safer option. Just because, if Chaos had anything dangerous, I think it could have been a very different the fight there, just based on how much HP it had.
Oh yeah, definitely.
SVJ making his way through, going on to Kraken 2. Caleb, we're going to have to solve this tie at some point. I know I'm switching gears real quick, but we're going to have to solve this tie that we have of 8 and 8, one of these days.
How many when you are?
But I'm kind of terrified of your double red mage parties that you've been running. Ooh, Kraken 2 almost one-shots that poor knight.
Ooh, boy, yeah. We've had, between that and the one run that Burt Reynolds had, we've had some near kills here.
And he really can't lose. Okay, fast. It's a free turn. Helps out a lot. But since he doesn't have a white wizard, he can't lose anybody.
Right.
The ninja just doesn't have as much. Well.
Down goes the knight.
No ninja strats. All right. Go Gene. So for anybody out there, we don't have sound. SVJ doesn't have safe sound, so it's going to be a little quiet here from sound, or at least music and stuff like that, sound from the game. So we're going to hang around and hope to see SVJ finish it out. He's paused here, maybe thinking what he's going to do. Is he going to reset? Is he going to go with it?
Contemplating his options. Because he had been using nukes with the ninja, hadn't been swinging with him at all. I don't remember if... nope, he decides discretion is better part of valor on that one.
Okay, resets out.
I didn't see what he grinded up to on the back at Volcano.
And there's Burt Reynolds. We got to get him in here to get an interview, because, I mean...
Oh, we see him in chat, so...
Caleb.
Yes.
It's Tyrannex here. Talk us through like the 4 mage party.
So the 4 mage party is something I've seen Zenobian do, and Zenobian is a better runner than me. So I figured if he can do it, I should try to do it because maybe it'll make me better.
Okay.
I figured the boss and enemy percentages weren't too crazy that Red Wizard wouldn't be able to melee anything down with the right swords. I was hoping to find Masa or Vorpal, but I got it done with the Sun Sword and the Defense Sword. I knew I would have access to all the magic. I was hoping for an early sweeper, and when I found Fade at level 2, I almost regretted bringing the Black Mage. But it was a lot of fun. It was kind of scary. I was lucky in Topher that I didn't see any nukes or anything like that, because that would have messed me up. But it's something I've only done twice. But I definitely like having access to a lot of magic.
I mean, it looked fun too. It's something in like 2 years that I've never played myself, but I just always worry about like the Lich 2 casting nuke for max, and you can't, with your mages, you don't have enough health to get. But Fade level 2, I was like thinking the whole time, like, Jesus, he's just gonna blow through everything.
It was nice, and the cheap houses definitely help pay it forward too. Like if the houses had been really any more expensive than they were, this party would have been much less viable. But being able to just throw houses around the overworld and that big run in the beginning definitely helped too.
And for everybody out there, that was our sideline reporter Tyrannex doing some interview. Tyrannex, I have to admit, I kind of liked having you jumping in here doing what you did and stuff like that. It was nice to.
Oh, you're a sweetheart.
You're making me blush on that one. I appreciate it. No, but seriously though, it was nice to have you jump in, and what you did there was something that I hadn't even thought of to ask, and that's an interesting comp that Caleb ran that you brought up for, and it worked. And I don't know how strong it is at that percentage, but Caleb, good job for you for running something that seems to fit what you like to do.
Thank you. It was fun. It was different. I did kind of regret not bringing a ninja after finding all of the really good ninja gear, but it was and pretty good fighter gear early on too. Kind of sucked to just basically throw it away. But it's a fun party that I would definitely play with. I don't know if I think it depends on the flags for the upcoming spring tournament year, but it's definitely something I'll run more casually in the future.
So I'm noticing St. Von Jester on the Earth floor now has actually been making use of the heal helmet and heal staff on these fights. Probably sees that the other 3 runners have already finished, so it's probably not thinking too much about finishing fast, just making sure you actually finish.
Yeah, heal potions get used up quite often. Caleb was probably the healthiest one, having the White Wizard and all those casters being able to heal up and cast heal 2s and all that stuff seemed to really help him, at least in that regard. Most of our runners were down to maybe 20, in some cases 0 when they got to them, or when they got to Chaos, so heal potions were very limited.
Quake!
That's what we like to see. But for everybody out there, for anybody that's left here to watch SVJ and stuff like that, I appreciate you guys hanging out, listening to our interviews and stuff. We're about to interview Bert, one of our newest ducklings, here shortly. After I kind of remind you, we are having another Final Fantasy Randomizer Weekly Thursday. I believe it's at 10 o'clock over on Randomania. I don't know which channel yet, but we're going to have more FFR action. We have 2 weeklies. At least until next week, maybe a week after that, where it's going to be Thursdays. And so we're looking forward to having you all join us for those. But for Bert, GG to you, and welcome to the broadcast booth.
Oh, thank you. Boy, was I glad to have a white mage in that seed.
Yeah, having life basically being white mage locked definitely would throw a wrench in your plans if you're hoping it would be red mage learnable.
Yeah, after I got to provoke, it looked like a seed where you'd want 3 red mages. Fade at level 2. But that white mage definitely stepped up at the end game there.
Don't you tempt Caleb with that. He will go 3 red mages. Don't you dare tempt him with that.
Oh, why not 4?
You did it.
Oh, stop it.
That's next week's comp.
But yeah, for Bert, I think you had the most trouble getting through the gauntlet, if I remember correctly. It was you and SVJ in Volcano trying to get through the Mucks and the Nagas. Well, actually, Caleb had the hardest because he kept pulling the two Nagas, but you and SVJ had probably the second hardest amount of trouble getting through it. That was an interesting way of trying to get a canal for exploration.
Well, yeah, because I found the good wizard vampire grind tile, so I took a couple levels there. And when my black mage died, my options were to reset out of the dungeon, reset a bunch of my progression, or go back to town and revive them. So I decided that I would just get a couple more levels on that grind tile and do the dungeon 3-man. But by the end, I think I beat Carrie with a single fighter at the very end.
Yeah, because you had max evade and you're hitting with a light axe for no damage, I think.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That took a bit. That took a little while. With the the bosses cranked up to 250%. You can run into some pretty difficult bosses.
Yeah, though you got lucky that Carrie didn't appear to have any skills or spells. Just was just swinging, and when you with max evade, unless you got critted on, you're pretty much smooth sailing for there.
Just a defense sword can beat half the bosses in this game.
Basically, you're not wrong.
If you have enough patience, you can beat them.
Yeah, and if they don't have enough, nothing in the seed, at least in Topher, really seemed to scare me away from those sort of strategies. Like if something had back-to-back nuclear or nuclear or something like that, that the defense sword isn't really going to help you there without access to significant healing magic, and Cure 4 locked at level 8. This could have been really bad for a mage heavy party.
Can I talk through my thought process with this seed?
Sure.
Of course.
So what I'm thinking with a seed like this is, I think with any kind of a loose seed, loose item seed, I think I like to bring fighters, because I think just through checking all of the seed, all the chests to try to find the loose items, I think you're going to find enough gear for fighters. So I would usually bring a fighter in a party in a seed like this. But at the same time, 250% is pushing right on that edge where you would want to start thinking about a black belt. Anything above 250, I'm actually bringing a black belt. But 250 is the actual edge where I'm thinking a fasted tempered fighter with a decent sword at level 26 or something can probably do this. But anything more than that, I'm okay, we have to go black belt.
Well, I was toying with the idea of the black belt, but when I saw that the flag to fix the black belt master MDef growth was on, so basically you want to promote as fast as possible with it, I was I don't want a black belt anymore. So that sort of changed my opinion there with these specific set of flags. But yeah, I agree with you. Anything over 250, I'm probably going to bring a black belt.
Yeah, and at the same time, we didn't see that many good solo black belt grind tiles. There was good grind tiles, but they were more whole party kind of grind tiles, but not a single black belt grind.
Yeah, I think the best one I found was the double fighter on the blue D tile.
Yeah, it was the best one I saw as well.
And there was the fighter tile on the and the waterfall as well.
Oh, right. That's where it was. That's where it was. I forget what was on the blue D tile then.
SVJ finally able to make it through Kraken 2 there, was able to survive a couple fasted shots from Kraken 2, makes it through here. Team at 2 still hitting decently strong after all the evasiveness on that Knight. Got a heal helmet coming out, the ninja's becoming useful. More heals, saving up those heal potions. Masa doing decent amount of work. I would have to say XCal really served, really well for Al Markin here. Even the defense sword from the red mage after enough tempers did a lot too for Caleb. So this was a very interesting Topher.
And down goes the ninja.
Bye, Ninja. Nice knowing you. And Teamette's done. So SVJ is finally through to take on Chaos. It is a very, I'm going to say easy Chaos. Unfortunately, that Ninja is going to be down, will not be revived. Life, as we have mentioned earlier, was life, or white mage only. White mage, white wizard only. So it still shouldn't matter too much for SVJ at this point.
Nah, Chaos wasn't hitting too hard with physicals or with spells, and looks like SVJ's taking the victory lap here.
He deserves it. That's right. Take another one. Make it a 3. Come on. Give me 3 victory laps. Okay, hit 2. I'm not that greedy.
I don't know who's going to curse SVJ more, himself with his victory laps or you with your commentating.
But it's interesting though, because we're essentially going to see 3 different weapons used to beat Chaos. We've seen the defense sword, the sun sword, and XCal Masa. So 4, right? Yeah. Caleb, you used the defense sword, right?
Yeah, defense and sun sword, but defense in the end there.
Yeah, so I believe Bert, you used the sun sword.
Yeah, I swung the sun sword at the end.
Yeah, so I think the defense sword was actually the better choice. Surprisingly, it did good work off that red wizard, but the XCal I think won it out though. It was interesting, you got to see 4 different endgame weapons, do very well. I mean, yeah, it required enough tempers and stuff like that, but, you don't see that very often in these races.
Was I wrong? Is it better to swing the defense sword?
Yeah, I believe it was Crab Cakes was mentioning that that early on when it was apparent that some runners were favoring the sun sword over defense, and Crab Cakes, I believe, mentioned that in chat that the defense sword was better.
The sun sword is better.
It's a very slight difference.
Yeah, the sun sword can just be used on a fighter. Ooh, big swing by the Masa. 1,748.
Wow.
Chaos is on his knees. Gotta be. There it is. GG.
Yeah, and SVJ finishes in 4th place with a time of 2:29.48. GG.
GG to SVJ for sure for sticking around,
Yeah, not giving up.
making sure to finish. So we'll bring him in for a quick interview if he wants to do it. I know it's been a long night for him, so he might not want to. And it looks like he's going to join us in the broadcast booth. He's making his way slowly up the hallway. There he is, SVJ. Welcome to the broadcast booth, GGT.
Kraken sucks.
Amen.
I think we all can agree on that one.
You know, he was one hit away too. That's what really makes me angry. He was one hit away. Then he's like, "No fighter for you," and then nuke. Oh wow, look at that.
I think you had that on Tiamat too. Also, you made it through, and Tiamat just went boop.
Yeah, no G ninja for you.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
that's right, ninja. Yeah.
The ninja didn't have the opal bracelet on or anything like that, so it's kind of like I didn't have much. I mean, but after Kraken, it was just like, okay, here's your easy mode seed. You know. I'll tell you right now, I would have thrown the Masa on the ground had I had Vorpal. Just saying. But I'm glad I almost gave up twice, and I'm really glad I didn't. I wanted to get it done. So.
And we did find the Vorpal sword. Vorpal and Excal were in the mermaids.
I figured as much. I go moded that. I mean, I was neck and neck with Elmarkin until I got front rowed by by Kraken. I should have defensed more and I didn't, so that's my fault. I'm pretty confident a lot of others rolled black belts too. So
No one did.
Really?
No black belts at all in this one.
I'm surprised.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised by it too. We even had Caleb that ran 2 red mages, black white, and then
I mean, I'm not a big fan of getting life locked, so but it is what it is.
yeah, that's the same thing Markin said too.
I mean, with a level 2 Fade, I could have taken on White Mage, but you don't know until you see Fade, you know? So.
But
I mean, do you take that 5-minute reset, or you just try to bust it out? So.
you power
I did it.
through.
That's all that matters.
You powered through SVJ. That's exactly what you do. You power through.
And I quaked Lich every time. You're
That's
welcome.
what I'm talking about.
I did
You're
too.
my hero.
So.
But so for you, SVJ, I'd love to give you more time. I kind of just want to go over the flags for you and see how you felt about them, because these are potential spring tournament.
I forgot Marsh was incentivized.
See. I thought maybe you had a plan there. You know, you were gonna grind up. So it's a higher level area. You know, and then.
Nope, I just left.
Okay, I mean that's fair.
I'm like, I can't. So the canal. I found the canal. I found the shit. Okay, what's? Oh, Marsh Cave is incentivized. Gotta go. So I got. But I think it actually worked out because I was able to go. I went to Volcano. I did the grind. I quintuple dipped Volcano, but the flags themselves were really good. I liked them very much.
Yeah, if it makes you feel better, everybody had grief with the with Volcano with that Naga water tile. I followed up with the Mucks.
The Mucks were my painful concern. Had SVJ bought the Pro Rings in Crescent Lake, he wouldn't have had this problem.
Yeah, the Quad X was definitely getting a lot of kills on all of our runners there.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It was a good scene.
I mean, I enjoyed it because there was a lot of surprising nastiness, and I felt that it added a lot to that the FFR experience. Plus, I mean, when Chaos was defeated by you, it was defeated by 4 different swords. Masa, the defense, Sun Sword, and Excal.
I wanted to run with the defense sword. I could have run the defense sword. I'm just not confident in its damage. So, and with my luck, I'm glad I didn't.
And was that why you were continuing to check chest and sky?
Yeah, once I found Masa, I was like, cool, I got everything I need. I got some decent armor. I got the opal armor. I'm all right. Like I said, had I listened to myself, I'm like, okay, we're gonna go full offense, and I was like, ooh, that was the bad plan. So, oh well, life lesson learned. We move on.
It sure is, and as I'm gonna and we've taken up a lot of SG's time, and I gotta appreciate SG for what they've done, or the Speed Gaming Family Network and stuff like that, for allowing Final Fantasy Randomizer to do what we do, to broadcast our stuff, and all our hardworking devs for doing what they do. Ale, you are a winner. Is there any final remarks you want to say before I start passing off to the other runners?
No, I mean, I just want to thank Speed Gaming for hosting us, for our weekly race. These are always fun to do. Aside from that, I think that while I didn't get to see the joy that was the Quad X Mucks, I think the Blaze Nagas
Yeah, those were terrible.
Saved enough for me, so.
All right, over to our second place winner for tonight, Caleb.
I only just realized that I'd been muted for a while, so
Oof.
I said all kinds of stuff. But final thoughts. This was a lot of fun. Thank you, Speed Gaming, for having us. Dangwoo. We have a date to settle our 8 and 8. So whenever you're ready to go, man, let me know. I'm always ready. Thank you, Tyrnex and Melee Wizard, for joining my dear friend and competitor Dangwoo in the booth. And Weird as always, thanks for tracking, bud.
All right, over to our new duckling dark horse, Burt Reynolds. Final thoughts?
I killed Kraken 2 with a single brack. So it was a good night for me.
Hashtag worth.
Couldn't repeat on Tia 2, but that was fine.
But yeah, I did see that. That was pretty good. SPJ, thank you for, coming racing and, coming in to do the interview after this long race and stuff. What kind of final thoughts you got for us?
Like I said, it was a good seed, and I gave up on the last one because that one was a pain in the butt. But this is still a fun game to play, and I'm really glad I stuck it out. I really wanted to, it's you gotta pressure through, and you gotta do the thing, and I did it. So I'm actually gonna go kill other things to make up for this. So
Hashtag release the rage.
oh, I plan to.
As long as you have constructive ways of letting off steam, that's.
Well, you'll just have to wait and see and find out. And it's going to be constructive, I guarantee.
That's right.
But yeah, it was a great seed.
Everybody go hang out with SVJ afterwards.
Oh, you're gonna love what you see.
But I am Dangwoo. I was broadcasting with Melee Wizard. Melee Wizard, thank you for doing what you did and joining me in the broadcast booth.
No problem.
Tyrnex, you were the third wheel, but you know what? The very important third wheel, because you were the sideline reporter coming in with all the pro macros and information that I had no idea what was going on. So I appreciate you for joining us back here.
Thank you. It was fun.
And MG Weirdo, thank you for doing your tracking and stuff like that. And I'm going to give it off to Melee Wizard here to get us out of here because, well, you know what? That's how awesome he is. So Melee Wizard would take us out of here.
And I'm blanking. Yep. So thanks to our runners, thanks to Speed Gaming for putting us on, and thanks to everyone that comes to watch us do silly things for your entertainment.
You all have a great night, and thank you for coming by.